Hello, good afternoon. My name is Richard. Welcome back to the channel over and over and over again. This is Matchday Live. It's, of course, the Arsenal women in the FA Cup. Yes, we are the record winners of this competition. 14 times we've won it. Not since 2016. So it's about time we ended that run, isn't it? We are playing London City Lionesses, who are a championship team, but only in name when you look at their team, which we'll come on to very, very shortly. This is going to be a big game. Arsenal have to win following the result in midweek. So let's get into it and see how it goes. So good afternoon. It is, as I say, Matchday Live is, of course, Arsenal women against London City Lionesses. Now, this will not be an easy game. On paper, you look at it and think, well, they're a championship team. We should go through no problems. I'm sure we will go through, but it's not going to be straightforward. It's certainly not going to be an easy game. So what is the team lineups in for this FA Cup 5th round tie? Let's have a look then, shall we? So for Arsenal then, in goal it is Manu Zinsberger, is the cup goalkeeper these days. So she is in goal. The back four, Katie Reid at right back, Lotta Wubbenmoy, Leia Cadena, and for her debut, Jenna Nice-Wonga. Good to see her in the team. In midfield, Kyra Cooney-Cross, Frida Marnham, and Mariona Caldente. And the front three looks as though it's going to be Caitlin Ford, Leslie Russo, and Katie McCabe. Maybe Katie McCabe and Mariona may be in different positions as I've announced them there, but we'll see how it lines up. On the bench then for Arsenal, Daphne Van Domselaar and Naomi Williams are two goalkeepers. We've got Emily Fox, Leah Williamson, Steph Catley, Leah Volti, Stina Blackstenius, and Amanda Illerstadt. Beth Mead, of course, is out with a slight injury. For London City Lionesses, and in goal for them it is Emily Orman. Their back four is Grace Neville, Taya Goldie, of course, on loan from Arsenal, Megan Campbell and Georgia Browham. In midfield it is Rafayette, Imuran, Saki Kamanjai, and Julia Rodda. And their front three is Sophia Jacobson, Kosarov Aslani, and of course Isabel Goodwin. So it's a very, very strong London City Lionesses team there, isn't it? I mean, Aslani, wow, what a player she is still. So yeah, obviously a lot of changes for Arsenal. We anticipated there would be following the game on Thursday night. It'd be crazy to have played the same team again. Maybe too many changes, you could argue. But anyway, the whole back four is different, isn't it, to what's like the other night. But anyway, it is what it is. We'll just have to see how we get on. I mean, this team's played before enough times. It's not like they don't know what they're doing. But of course, having said that, what we need to do. Hang on, I've just got the teams are just coming out, by the way. And we are getting ready for the kickoff. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, I think, isn't it? We've got Luca Took-Ball with us. He says, hi, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Hope you're well. Angie's with us. Of course she is. Greg says, hot engine chat. Surprised to see Mead left out. Disappointed mine was in the starting lineup. She hasn't been playing well. She hasn't, but she does pop up with goals. I think Beth's got a slight injury, which is why she's out. Dean's with us. How you doing, Dean? Good to see you, my friend. And Greg is... we just need by a leader. Do you mean me? By any chance? I hope so. Terry says, good afternoon, Richard, Greg, Angel, and Dean, all in the chat. Indeed. Look, get your score predictions in, guys. I know some of it went for it on the show the other night. I think we'll win, but I think it's going to be a tougher game than a lot of people maybe anticipate. I don't think it's going to be a 6-0 or anything like that. I think it's going to be tough. I think we're going to have to play well. And yeah, it actually looks as though maybe Katie McCabe's going to be left back, and maybe Jenna Nice-Wonga is going to be further up the pitch. Could well be we're lining up like that, maybe. Anyway, I'm sure we'll soon find out once the game kicks off exactly where everybody's playing. Arsenal, of course, are in red and white here at Meadow Park. London City Lionesses are in a light blue and dark blue kit, which is quite funky, isn't it? Of course, we did play them last season, if you remember, in the it was a Continental Cup, wasn't it? And of course, beating them led to us going on to the finals. Let's hope that's a good sign this year. We beat London City Lionesses and go on to reach the final. That'd be good, wouldn't it? A long way to go, of course. If we do go through, the draw's on Tuesday evening, so we'll bring that draw for you as well on the channel if we are in it. If we're not in it, we're not going to bother. But I'm sure we will be. I'm confident we'll go through. Obviously, we need to play a lot better than we did the other night, even though it's London City Lionesses and it's not Man City. If we're sloppy like that, we could find ourselves in trouble in this game, because they've got some very good players at London City Lionesses, and I don't think it'll be too much of a surprise if we see them in the WSL next season. I wouldn't be surprised at all. But let's see. Again, it's the back four. Well, I say the back four that's played a few times together. Obviously, Katie Reid, Lotta, Leah Cadena. I think actually Katie McCabe, who is captain today, by the way, because Leah Williamson's on the bench, and as we know, Kim Little is out. It's going to be London City Lionesses to kick off. They're attacking at the goal to our left, which is the north stand, which is the one with the roof on it. For those of you who are familiar with Meadow Park, the North London Forever is ringing out in the stands. And we're getting ready for the kickoff here. This big FA Cup tie. Big FA Cup tie. Emerson's with us. Adrian, my friend, I hope you are doing well. I hope you're feeling well, mate, my friend. Joe's with us as well. Miss Pinksots is with us, of course. Good to see Jenna in the lineup. Yeah, it is good to see Jenna in the lineup. Of course it is. Greg says, Bunny just didn't want to play against us because our defence just shows she's not that good. Terry says, Kushti, good stuff indeed. So we're just getting ready for the kickoff here at Meadow Park. FA Cup, 5th round. Arsenal versus London City Lionesses for a place in the quarter-final of the FA Cup. It's getting exciting now, isn't it? But we need to get through this game. We are off and underway at Meadow Park. London City Lionesses kick off. Arsenal trying to press high up early on. See if we can get off to a bright start here. We do have a good record at Meadow Park. Losing the other night was the first time we've lost here. Funny enough, since Manchester City knocked us out of the FA Cup last season. Other than that, we've won every game we've played here in the intervening period. In fact, I can't remember the last team to beat us here. That wasn't Man City, probably Chelsea in the FA Cup, maybe the season before, potentially. Anyway, let's see how we get on today. And London City Lionesses are trying to come forward straight away. As Lani over on that far side, the Swede. We know what a good player she is. That's a lovely ball as well. But Jenna Knight-Swanget looks as though she is playing further forward, but she got back there to help out. And it is going to be a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. So let's see. It's going to be Katie McCabe. Looks like Katie McCabe is playing left back. Oh, it's a free kick, actually, which was taken by Katie McCabe. Finds Leah Cadena. Plays it up that far side. Katie McCabe flicks it on. Looking for Mariona, but London City Lionesses pick it up. Mariona's got the ball now, though, in midfield and plays it square to Katie Reid inside the centre circle. It's a bit of a heavy touch, but she's got away with it. She's done really well, actually, Katie Reid. Wow, that was great play from her. Finds Caitlin Ford on this near side, playing on the right today. Now it's Frida Marnham just outside the penalty. Gives it back to Caitlin Ford. A bit of a sloppy ball that was there. And it was Imani there who put it out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Katie Reid playing right back again. Finds Kyra Cooney cross. Katie Reid again. Oh, there wasn't what the intention, but it has fallen to Caitlin Ford. It's a good ball into the box. Frida Marnham's there. Oh, she couldn't quite get the shot away. And in the end, London City Lionesses scramble it away. And that was the first real attack there from Arsenal with any intent. And it has gone out for a throw on this near side, which Katie Reid's going to take. Also attacking the south stand, quite sparsely populated today. Not a sellout crowd. It's a good ball into the box, actually, and Leslie Russo couldn't get it under control. And London City clear it away, but not for long, because Katie McCabe plays it back to Leah Cadena. Now Katie McCabe's got the ball again, and then she's fouled. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Anyway, it is going to be... I'll take it quickly. Frida Marnham now at this near side finds Caitlin Ford back into Frida Marnham again on the edge of the box. That was good play, actually, there from Imuran, and she gets the ball back again, the Nigerian. Nice play from her into midfield. But actually, they're giving the ball away straight to Mariona Caldente. Tries a shot. It took a deflection. And the goalkeeper, Emily Orman, can keep that in. Joe says, what position is Jenna playing? It looks as though she's playing in midfield, is what it looks like. She's certainly not playing left back, because Katie McCabe is. And Mariona's playing on the left side of midfield. So she's more playing sort of like the central, more of a central midfield position at the moment. So it looks like she's playing. But not 100% certain. Yeah, she's definitely playing in the sort of Leah Volti type role. It looks like, doesn't it? Anyway, Katie Reid's coming forward. She's had a good start to this game. But then she's generally very, very solid, reliable player. Caitlin Ford now on its near side, seeing a lot of the ball in these opening 3.5 minutes. Plays it into Frida Marnham, can't quite get it back to Caitlin Ford. And it's gone out for a goal kick. Everson says, Rich, did you know that Aslani, Kumungai and Jacobson have played against Arsenal women? Probably in the Champions League, would it have been? I'm assuming so. Might not have been in the same game, I'm guessing. Although Jacobson and Aslani may well played against us in the same team, potentially in the Champions League. Not sure about Kumungai, actually. But anyway, I'm sure you'll let us know. I wasn't aware of it. I mean, I guess Aslani probably had in the Champions League. Anyway, it is Arsenal coming forward over on that far side. Katie McCabe finds Mariona Caldente. It's a square ball here. Katie Reed's got to chase after it, but does well again. Finds Caitlin Ford, and Arsenal win a throw. Joe says, just tuned in, is Leslie in the number 9? Well, yeah, she is in the number 9, yes. That's one position we do know. She's definitely in the number 9. Although she doesn't stick as a number 9, does she? Which is why sometimes it works better when she's just behind. But anyway, she couldn't get the ball there, and London City Lionesses clear away. The game's been a bit frantic at the moment. No one's really managed to we've had more possession, but our pass has not been great. And it's just been a little bit frantic at the start of this game. Terry says, what rules have the girls got today if we lose? Lays down, Margate, maybe Dubai. they'll probably have a weekend away at Skeggy, I reckon, is where they're going to go if we lose. In Pontins or whatever it is, Butlins, if that's still open. In Skeggy, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, ridiculous situation that we find ourselves in. Almost as though the men just got knocked out of the FA Cup on purpose. Who would have thought so, eh? 10-man Man United we played, didn't we? Anyway, I'm sure the women aren't going to get knocked out of the FA Cup. Not yet, anyway. Mariona finds Frida Marnham. The game's being played in London City Lionesses half at this point. We kind of assumed it would have been. But it's not been particularly aggressive from Arsenal, the attacking. Anyway, the ball comes back now to Katie Reed. And Kyra Cooney-Cross. Put a bit of pressure, falls back actually, but she does well, gets past a couple of challenges, and then she loses the ball. Maybe could have passed it a bit quicker. She's actually been fouled by, who was that fouled her there? It was Isabel Goodwin. London City Lionesses are second in the championship, by the way. They are second, and they've got a game in hand and only a point behind leaders Birmingham. So you would imagine that they're in with a big chance of promotion. So we could be playing against these next season again in the WSL. We did play, of course, last season in the Conti Cup. We played them in the FA Cup a couple of years ago as well, didn't we? Anyway, London City Lionesses are coming forward now with Goodwin. That's a good tackle there from Kyra Cooney-Cross. We can't keep the ball in. He's going to be... Oh, he does keep the ball in. That's not the right line, is it? There's a line on the side of the pitch, which obviously has been used when they've maybe made the pitch slightly narrower. And it was confusing there because you couldn't see the other line because the roof was in the way, but it did stay in play. The ball is now back with Manu Zinsberger wearing all yellow. And she just rolls the ball out here to Kyra Cooney-Cross midway inside the Arsenal half. 7 minutes played, 0-0. That's not a great ball though from Kyra to nobody really. And London City Lionesses can clear that away. It was Georgia Brown, I think, over on that far side. And the ball, actually, no, sorry, it's Georgia Brown now touches it back to the goalkeeper, who's got a rather strange combination of a green top, a light green top, a sort of a luminous green top, black shorts and kind of lime green socks. A bit of a strange combination. Anyway, London City Lionesses trying to come forward, but Leia Cadena steps in well. And now Frida Marnham plays the ball up this far side, and near side gets it back again from Caitlin Ford. Alex here, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hoping to see Arsenal win. Of course, we're all hoping to see. Emerson says all three have played against us in the Champions League. Yeah, I guess it have to have been the Champions. I definitely remember Aslani played against us in the Champions League. Not that long ago, maybe. Was it the season before last, maybe? Anyway, has anyone else's stream gone down, or is it just mine? A bit strange, isn't it? What's going on? Does anybody know what's going on? It seems as though the stream's gone down on the Adobe Women's FA Cup channel, or is it just me? Is it just mine? Oh no, we're back on again. What happened there? Anyway, we're back on again, and it looks like London City Lionesses have got a throw over on that far side. It is still 0-0, by the way. We didn't miss a goal. Once again, YouTube is not great, is it? Miss Pixel says stream is back. Yeah. Joe says I'm getting confused with all the blondes on the pitch. Yeah, it's a bit confusing, isn't it? Anyway, we'll get there in the end, I'm sure. I'm sure we will. Anyway, it's a throw to Arsenal over on that far side, which Katie McCabe is going to take. Luckily, not one of the blonde hair, the blonde ponytails that we've got quite a few of. Anyway, that goes out. It's a throw to London City Lionesses this time, which are going to take over on that far side. It's going to be Grace Neville. Throws it up the line, and London City Lionesses trying to come forward. Leia Cadena steps in there with a good foot, and then Katie McCabe. Oh, she missed the ball completely there, and now London City Lionesses have got an opportunity to attack, but Leia Cadena does well. Looking for the run in there of Isabel Goodwin. And it is a throw which Neville's going to take again. But London City Lionesses can't keep the ball. And now Kyra Cooney-Cross can bring it forward, coming up towards the 10-minute mark here. Caitlin Ford now trying to get past a couple of challenges. She's done well, actually, Caitlin Ford. Back fit again. We've certainly missed her energy, haven't we, in the games that she's missed. Anyway, Mariona now striding forward. What a great run this is. This will be a great goal, but she can't quite thread the ball through to Frida Marner, and instead it's put behind for a corner to London City Lionesses. They've got a few fans there behind the goal. You can probably count them, actually. They've got about 10 fans behind the goal. So while women's football's growing, and obviously the crowds are getting bigger, some of the championship teams aren't quite so fortunate, are they, to have as many fans. Anyway, it's going to be a corner to Arsenal over on that far side. They've probably got some more fans in the ground, to be fair. But those behind the goal, number about 12. Anyway, Kyra Cooney-Cross looks as though she's going to line up this corner right over on that far side. The corner comes in towards the near post. It's a flat one, but Caitlin Ford does well to hold the ball up. She's going to have to probably give it back. Oh, nice turn. Can she dink the cross out? She can. Oh, headed away. Good defending that was there. And Leia Cadena takes a swing at it, can't get hold of it. And Jenna, nice one, gets what might well be her first touch. The cross comes in again towards the far post. A lot of Wilburn White heads it towards the far post and it's cleared off the line. It's going to be a goal now, surely, from Frida Marner. What great defending, though. Brilliant defending there from London City Lionesses. It looks a sure goal there for Frida Marner. As the ball broke to inside the 6-yard box, she got the shot away, but great defending there. I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Taya Goldie, was it? Great defending anyway, whoever it was. Managed to block that goal. Leslie Russo just had one scrambled off the line just before that as well. And that was the biggest chance Arsenal have had so far. 11 and a half minutes played. Should be 1-0 really, shouldn't it? Anyway, London City Lionesses are coming forward up this near side. And the ball is now back with Georgia Browham. Goes it out to Taya Goldie over on that far side. Oh, that back pass looked a little bit short, but in the end, it did reach the goalkeeper, Orman, but she could only kick it out for a throw on this near side. And Katie Reid now in possession. The cameraman can't actually keep up with, can't even find her. Terrible this from the cameraman. I know it's a difficult position, but Christ, at least follow the ball, mate. It's not that hard. Anyway, London City Lionesses in possession, trying to play it out from the back, put under pressure, but they do win a throw off Kyra Cooney-Cross. And Arsenal maybe it could be 1-0 up actually already in this game. But there you go. It is a throw though to London City Lionesses, thrown forward up this near side. It's flicked on by Goodwin. Katie Reid's there. She's not going to panic. It just pops the ball off to Kyra Cooney-Cross, even though she was probably fouled there by Jakobsen. 3 Swedes actually in the London City Lionesses lineup. So I'm sure Egg will be pleased that there's some Swedes on the pitch. Arsenal have got 2 Swedes on the bench, not Rosa Kafaji. Well, Arsenal giving the ball away. That was Katie Reid, and now Imuran on this near side. There's a chance here for London City Lionesses. Ball played across the 6-yard box, scrambled away by Leia Cadena, and wow, last thing we want really to do is to go behind. And they worked out well, actually, the Lionesses there. I mean, Arsenal gave the ball away, which wasn't great. But they almost created an opportunity there. But in fact, we're giving the ball away again. It's into the box again by Jakobsen. Now it's with Asllani. Tries to play it out to the far side and Arsenal get it away. This is a good spell, this, from London City. They look to get this opening goal. Ball comes out towards the edge of the box and, oh, that was nice play. The cross comes in looking for Jakobsen. She can't quite get her head onto that. And Caitlin Ford should be able to clear this away. Plays it square instead to Kyra Cooney cross. And suddenly London City Lionesses are looking dangerous. Anyway, there's a free kick there. Megan Campbell in the back of Leslie Russo. Anyway, Katie Reid's just tying her shoelaces up, or bootlaces up, as she prepares to take this free kick. Double knots is what you need. Anyway, she's retying her laces now. There's lots of going across to help her, maybe. But she's not in any rush, is she? She doesn't seem in any rush to do anything, Katie Reid, does she? She's very cool and calm. But she seems to have trouble tying her bootlaces up. Anyway, Kyra Cooney cross is going to come across maybe to help her now. And I'm not quite sure what the problem with him is. Kyra will sort it out, don't worry. Joe says, I think Jenna might be struggling a little to get into the game. What position is she playing? It looks right. Well, yeah, it's difficult to know exactly what position she is playing. It's definitely a midfield position. In fact, Taylor Goldie got the first one off the line. And it was a second block was by Taylor Goldie as well, actually. She got a little bit of an injury when she did it, but that was a great block there, actually. 2 blocks there from Taylor Goldie, of course, on loan from Arsenal. She's one of our own. Anyway, Katie Reid has finally managed to get her bootlace back done up again. It took her and Kyra Cooney cross between them to sort it out, but they have done. But yeah, I'm not really too sure what position Jenna's actually playing in. It looks as though she's in midfield. I was expecting to see her on as left back or possibly on the left-hand side, but no, she's in the centre more than anything, playing sort of alongside Kyra. But very strange position for her, not what we would have been expecting her to be playing, really. I would have thought Katie McKay would have been better in that position, and Jenna as a left back. I mean, to be honest with you, I know left back is only a recent position that Jenna's played the last couple of years, and she's done well there. And maybe Renee thinks that she's going to be a better in midfield, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, she hasn't got into this game at all. I think she's touched the ball twice, and we've played 16 minutes. Anyway, London City Lionesses, after a slightly slow start to this game for them, they've started to get into this now. And they're coming forward to get over on that far side, but that's good defending there from Katie McKay. But the ball over the top, Jakobsen's in again. No, sorry, it's Goodwin. But lots of Rubenwise across, good defending there. And then there's a foul there by Goodwin. And she's looked quite lively, Isabel Goodwin, as well, in the early part of this game. And I said it wasn't going to be easy, and I don't think it will be easy. It's certainly not going to be easy, is it? And I think that's obvious now. We've played 17 minutes. And apart from that one opportunity there, a couple of good blocks. Oh, he's just giving the ball away from that free kick. Really sloppy there. Really, really sloppy. And now Imran's in on this near side. What's the cross like? Straight into the arms of Manu Zinsberger. And again, Arsenal giving the ball away, putting ourselves under unnecessary pressure. Greg says, does someone do their laces up in the chair? Well, I don't know. I don't know what the problem was. She seemed to be struggling to get them done up again, but she has managed to. Bless her. There you go. Terry said, that's women for you, Greg, and we let them vote as well. And we let them play football. And they're playing football now and trying to score a goal. Caitlin Ford on this near side. In case you get the shot away, plays it into towards the run there of Jenna Knight-Swanger, but she couldn't get hold of the ball. And she doesn't get a touch of it again. She seems to be wandering around, not really knowing what she's doing at the moment. I'm not saying that's her fault. Anyway, the game's just been stopped because there's an injury somewhere that the cameraman hasn't kept up with. And it is to a London City Lioness defender. Might well be Taylor Goldie, actually, is it? Can't see. Anyway, it is an injury. Let's hope it's not a serious injury. Actually, I think it's Comanche, is it? I'm not really sure. Anyway, oh no, it's Megan Campbell. Sorry, it's Megan Campbell with the injury. It looks like it could be quite a serious one, actually. It does look like it could be quite a serious one. This it looks like potentially a knee injury. Let's hope it isn't as bad as it actually looks. Or is it ankle, maybe? It might be an ankle injury, I'm not sure. Anyway, it looks quite serious. She's sitting up now, Megan Campbell, but it's not looking too good, is it, at the minute? She's in a lot of pain. Let's hope that she's going to be okay. Not really sure what happened there, actually. I don't know if it was a tackle on the edge of the box, I think, on with Caitlin Ford. And yeah, she's come off of that a lot worse. Joe says, does anyone know the result from the Liverpool Rugby FA Cup game? No, but we can find out, can't we? Let's have a look. So we can find out. Gonna have a look on the BBC app. They're just showing a few London City Lionesses fans. It looks like it's just family and friends, isn't it? The players, really. There's about 12 of them. Yeah, bless them. At least they come out to support their club, which is good. Let's have a look. I don't think that game's finished yet, has it? Where are we? It's 1-0 to Liverpool, actually. 1-0 to Liverpool in the final few minutes there. They only scored in the 84th minute, actually. Well, it's Crystal Palace 0, Newcastle 0. That's midway through the second half as well. And Man City 1-0 up against Leicester. Portsmouth 0, Sunderland 0. And of course, Chelsea aren't starting until 3 o'clock. So it looks as though Liverpool are going to go through against Rugby Borough, as expected, but not as easily as expected. A late goal there is going to put them through. Terry says, looks like another shoelace problem. It might well be a shoelace problem, but it's been sorted out now. And it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Anyway, Jenna, a nice one. We're on the ball now for the first time, looking to see what she can do. Just touches it back to Lotta Woburn-Moore. We played 20 minutes here at Meadow Park, still 0-0. Not a lot to tell you about, if we're totally honest. But anyway, Leslie Russo's trying to change all that now. That's a good turn from her. Plays the ball through to Frida Minor on the edge of the box. Gets it out wide. It comes back into Frida Minor. We're back to goal. Shot on a turn. Blocked again. And London City Lionesses have defended really well in this first half. You have to say, really well. And now they're coming forward. And, it's an offside. It's an offside against Isabel Goodwin. And probably just as well, because she's got the wrong side there of Lotta Woburn-Moore. And suddenly this game's opened up. After a little bit of a cagey start. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. It's to Leslie Russo on the edge of the box, gets the ball out to that far side. Katie McCabe into Mariona. And Mariona gets it back again. Coming up to the midway point in this first half. It's still 0-0. Not too much really happening yet. Arsenal had that one scrambled effort. 2 good blocks in the penalty area by Taya Goldie, as it turned out. The Arsenal loanee, of course, allowed to play in this game. It is a club decision, and she has been on loan at London City all season, so it made sense to let her play, really, didn't it? And it's good that she is, and she's had a good game, Taya Goldie. Not done herself any harm at all, has she, when you're playing against your parent club and you're playing well. Anyway, that ball forward there over that far side by London City Lionesses, but Arsenal tied it up. It is back with Manu Zinsberger, and now it's with Lotta Woburn-Moore. Touches it off to Katie Reid. Now it's into Caitlin Ford, which you can't get past. Megan Campbell, who is now fit again. And then she finds Taya Goldie, pings the ball out to that far side. She's looked good, Taya Goldie, actually, so far. And I think this loan's done her a lot of good, hasn't it? And she's going to come back maybe next season, maybe looking for a place in our squad, maybe. She certainly played well today. There's no doubt about that. She's been outstanding. Anyway, Arsenal in possession now. Leia Cadena plays it out to that far side to Mariona Caldente, touches it infield to Jenna Nice-Wonga, brings the ball forward. I think maybe Rene likes the fact that she's left-footed, Jenna, and having the left foot and the right footer in midfield is maybe she likes that balance. She's mentioned it before, hasn't she, about balance? Anyway, this cross comes in from Katie McCabe. It's a little bit too long, and it's going to go out for a throw to London City Lionesses. But that may be what it is. I think that quite possibly Rene likes a left foot and a right foot and that balance in midfield. Maybe that's why she's playing her there. I'm not saying she's having a bad game. She just looks a little bit unsettled, but she's only just come into the team. No matter where she plays, it's going to take a few games, isn't it, to get used to your teammates and all this, that, and the other. You know, just coming to a new country and all that kind of stuff. So you know, we're not worried about her particularly. It's nice to see her playing, and I'm sure she'll settle in. And she's certainly had a few more touches of the ball now in the last 5-10 minutes. She seems to be settling in, but she's definitely playing in that central midfield position next to Kyra Cooney-Cross. Russo now on that far side, trying to come forward just inside the penalty area. Cuts in field, gets a shot away. Good save by the goalkeeper, and she managed to scramble it away from Caitlin Ford as well. And now London City Lionesses can get the ball clear. That was a good save actually there from the goalkeeper, Emily Orman now. But they've just got themselves into trouble. Frida Miners won the ball back. Wasn't necessarily a great ball, was it? But Katie McCabe is going to pick it up over on this near side. 24 minutes played, still 0-0, but Arsenal now starting to look a bit more dangerous. Caldente on that far side, good cross into the 6-yard box, headed away. And then it is Jacobson there inside her own penalty area, getting in a little bit of trouble. Caitlin Ford's taking the ball off, and now it's Katie Reid. Touches it back to Kyra. And then Kyra plays the ball forward to Leslie Russo just outside the penalty area. Taya Goldie's marking her tightly there, but the ball's come out this near side to Caitlin Ford. Thought about a cross, instead touches it back to Kyra Cooney-Cross. Now it's with Lotta Ruben-Moy. Plays it in to Katie McCabe, who's gone central now, but then just giving the ball away. The ref was slightly in the way actually there, stopping Jenna getting the ball, but Jenna has just won it back. Although London City Lionesses can now come forward again as Lani plays it up that far side, looking for the run there. Well, good win, and well, Manu Zinsberg has come out of her goal there and did well to tidy that up just outside the penalty area as Isabel Goodwin was trying to get in. And to be fair, London City Lionesses have done well. Herman's with us. How you doing, my friend? He says, hi there, greetings all from Toronto. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you are having a good day in Toronto. It must be cold in Toronto, I would assume. It's not too bad here today, actually, considering the weather that we should be having in February. It's not too bad. Anyway, there you go. Ag says, Herman, Sweden stands with Canada. Indeed, we all stand with Canada. We love Canada, don't we? Anyway, is London City Lionesses in possession inside the centre circle? And it is Taya Goldie pings it out to this near side. So Iran, who's done well actually, but Katie Reid steps in, but London City do keep possession. And they're certainly not a bad side, are they? And from watching this game so far, you do feel that if they did get promoted to the WSL next season, which they've got a great chance of doing, they're probably going to be able to hold their own. You do feel, don't you? Because they've got some good players. They seem to, you know, they're playing a system that works for them. They look defensively pretty solid. And obviously with Aslani and Goodwin in attack, they've got a threat as well, haven't they? So they look an all-round solid team. And I think if they do get promoted, I think they could do reasonably well. So yeah, it'd be nice to have another London team in the WSL, I suppose, wouldn't it? And yeah, they certainly look as though they've got the structure in place, don't they? You know, a lot of teams like Crystal Palace, for example, have come through the leagues reasonably quickly, and maybe they didn't quite have the infrastructure in place behind to be in a WSL, and that's why they've struggled. And it's happened to other teams before, but London City seem to have the structure in place, don't they? And they've got a decent team. They are a decent team. Let's give them some credit. We played them last season, didn't we, if you remember? And we hammered them, and they looked like a championship team then. They really did. But now they don't. They look like a team that could compete in the WSL. And yes, it comes down to investment. Of course it does. But fair play to them. I've been impressed with what I've seen from London City Lionesses so far in this game. I do feel as though our quality in the end will shine through and we will win. Greg says they've got some good players and financial backing. Exactly, and that's what financial backing brings, doesn't it? It brings good players. And that's where it comes from. Obviously, that's how you succeed, especially in women's football at the moment. Anyway, coming forward again here with Jakobsen on the edge of the penalty. Are they going to get the first goal? It's a good shot, just wide. Wow, Manu Zinsberger was scrambling across her goal there. And it was Jakobsen with the effort. The Swede having a run there at Lotta Ruben-Moy. Managed to get a shot away. I think Manu maybe had it covered. She kind of pulled her arm away at the last minute. There you go. Dean says, I completely agree. Yeah, I mean, they look good, don't they? They look a good side. And I'm sure if they did get promotion, they'd invest a bit more, wouldn't they? And bring some more players in, some more good players in. So, yeah. And in a way, it's good for women's football, isn't it? You know, I want to see a more competitive championship. I want to see the teams in the championship being able to compete more with the WSL teams when it's in the FA Cup or whatever it is. And it's good for the game. So I've got no problem with it. So as long as we win today, I've got no problem with how good London City Lionesses are. And good luck to them for the rest of the season. And I hope they do come up. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, Arsenal trying to come forward now, but we've just lost the ball again. And you know, it just goes to show there, doesn't it? Most championship teams aren't able to play as well as this. They're not. Terry said, well, Zin's got her knees dirty for the first time as an Arsenal, or the first time for a few years as an Arsenal player, certainly. But she didn't need to save it because it was going wide. But again, it was that threat though that they've got. It really was. Greg says, Super Zin's had it covered. She did have it covered, yeah. I think she did anyway. But it doesn't matter because it went wide. But that was a good effort, though, from the London Lionesses. And they're trying to come forward again, but Leia Cadena's there. Chipped the ball into midfield. Arsenal can't really get a foot on this ball at the minute. Ag says, when's the match against Real Madrid? Beginning of March? I think it is, isn't it? Anyway, Mariana Caldente got a little bit of space here to run into. Looking for the pass, finds Alessi Russo over on that far side. Now it's with Katie McCabe. Mariona gets it back again. But again, London City Lionesses are forcing us backwards. And then Jenna Knightswonger couldn't get hold of that ball. It's gone out for a throw to London over on that far side. I think it's beginning of March, isn't it? The first leg away. Actually, I'll tell you the date because I was looking at this the other day. Liverpool won 2-0, by the way. They scored another goal in stoppage time. So Liverpool are through. So let's have a look, because I was looking at this the other day. So the first leg is the 18th of March, is the away leg, and then the home leg is the 26th of March. So a little while to wait yet for the Champions League, but we're certainly excited for that, aren't we? Anyway, Caitlin Ford now on this near side for Arsenal, looking to try and make the breakthrough in this FA Cup tie. Oh, that's a nice ball through. Alessi Russo, she looked as though she was offside. She got the shot away. Good defending again, actually. It was Taya Goldie again. And I have to say, Taya Goldie has been magnificent in this first half. Wow, what a performance from her. She definitely looks up for it, doesn't she? What a piece of defending that was there. She got, in fact, it may well have been Megan Campbell who got the block in. But Taya Goldie certainly played well in this game. It is a corner, though, to Arsenal. And we've played 31 minutes. Terry says, Russo, what a waste. Yeah, Stina would have scored that, absolutely no doubt. Terry says 18th of March. Yeah, that's the first leg, yeah. That's going to be good, isn't it? We're looking forward to the Champions League, and hopefully we'll still be in the FA Cup when that comes around. But this has been a difficult game. It definitely has. And I didn't think there was going to be much doubt about it. Anyway, Katie McCabe with his corner towards the near post. Wasn't a great corner, but it's kept in well by Caitlin Ford. Now it's with Kyra on the edge of the box. Ping back to Katie McCabe on this near side. Touches it back to Kyra. Cooney cross, and London City Lionesses is working hard defensively. That's a good cross to the far post. Headed back, and it's going to be 1-0. It is 1-0. And I think it's Leia Cadena with the header at the far post. Turned out to be a simple goal, and Leia Cadena gets it. She hasn't sort of played too much this season, has she? That's her second goal, though, and it was a very good header. So it is, of course, our favourite time of the day. 1-0 to the Arsenal. A bit of a strange goal, wasn't it? It looked as though maybe Leia Cadena was going to head it back across the goal, but actually she put it into the far corner, looped over the goalkeeper, and I'm not sure if she meant to do that or whether she was trying to head it back across the goal, but it doesn't matter. It's gone in. It is 1-0, and we will take that because we've struggled to break down this London City Lionesses team. And B says, my birthday twin. Indeed, it was, yeah. Greg says that Stina would have scored if the keeper wasn't there. Oh, dear. Joe says, yes. Greg says, great header. Miss Pinkdot says, well done, Cody. Indeed, I say, I'm not sure whether she was intending to put it into the net or whether she was looking to head it back across the goal. It doesn't matter because it's gone in. Anything that ends up in the net will do. Anyway, Frida Marnham now looking to get the ball up his near side. Caitlin Ford inside the penalty area. and it's gone behind for another corner to Arsenal. Joe says another great cross from Kyra. It was a great cross from Kyra, yeah. El Loco says nice one, Codina, well deserved. She's been almost frozen out. Well, she's lost her place in the team because of how well Steph Catley's been playing. But it's nice to see. It's her second goal of the season, and that was a good header, that one. I'll say whether it was intended to go into that part of the goal, I don't know, but it doesn't matter because that's where it went. And it is 1-0. We'll take that because it's been a struggle for Arsenal in these early stages in this game, hasn't it? It's been a real struggle. But we've got the goal now, and we've got another corner on this near side. It was a corner from this side that led to the goal eventually when it came back out to Kyra. And it's going to be Katie McKay with it again. This one's a little bit deeper. In fact, it's landed right on the roof of the net. It wasn't a great corner at all. We're into the last 11 minutes of the first half. Arsenal with the breakthrough. And you feel that's important, isn't it? I think we needed to get that goal just to settle us down. Because we haven't been playing particularly well so far. It's been a little bit of a bitty performance, you have to say. But anyway, Taya Goldie plays the ball up that far side. She looks up for this game, Taya, doesn't she? Not surprising. I think you would be, wouldn't you? When you're out on loan. Anyway, London City Lionesses trying to come forward again. Looking for the equaliser. See how they're going to respond to going behind. They've got not much to lose today, London City Lionesses, have they? Because if they lose, they lose. Everyone would have expected them to. And if they put in a decent performance as they have done so far, then they're going to gain a lot from it, aren't they? And obviously, if they was to get a result, wow, it would be incredible for them. Anyway, Arsenal are winning, and that is the main thing. And hopefully, we can now go on from here, settle down into this game and build. Greg says, Katie Reid played a match so far. Yeah, she's looked really good. Every time she plays the same, doesn't she? She's very calm. She's very steady, does her job, doesn't panic, passes the ball, doesn't give it away very often. She's just such a calm player. And I think sometimes you need a player like that in your team, don't you? You know, you don't always need someone to take everyone on and all that kind of stuff. You know, you just need someone who can keep the ball moving, and she gives a calmness to everyone around her. Caitlin falls down well on this near side, just inside the penalty. Can she get the cross in? She can't quite because it's blocked, and it's going to be a corner again to Arsenal. El Loco says, looks like Kyra is the Declan Rice of the women's side. Yeah, she's sort of playing that similar sort of role, isn't she? Anyway, Katie McCabe and Kyra come across to this near side to take this corner. And it is going to probably be Katie McCabe again, although the last one went onto the roof of the net, so maybe she might go short this time. We'll see. It is Arsenal 1, London City 0. Leia Cadena with the goal. Anyway, the cross comes in deeper this time, the corner. Again, it was Leia Cadena getting on the end of it, but she couldn't direct that towards the goal, and it's landed safely into the arms of Emily Orman, the London City Lionesses goalkeeper. El Loco says, Lena doesn't seem to be part of Renee's plans. Time is up. Well, I think she's injured actually at the minute. But yeah, she's never really. I don't think she's played more than 2 or 3 games in a row since she's been here. And I must admit, I was a little bit surprised when we signed her. And it was straight after the Euros, wasn't it, in 2022? And I'd seen a couple of Sweden's games in that tournament, and I wasn't convinced by her. But you know, with any player, I'm always prepared to give them time. And anyway, London City Lionesses are coming forward here at this moment, trying to cause some problems. Cross comes into the box. It's a good ball. Oh, that was a big chance. It should be 1-1. It was Jakobsen at the far post. And surely there, she should have put that on target. And she knows it as well. What a great cross that was from this near side. It was Aslani with the cross. And Jakobsen got the wrong side of Cadena there. That should be 1-1, actually. Wow, what a big miss that is. Didn't Jakobsen play for Wolfsburg against us in the Champions League? Was it Wolfsburg? I'm not sure. Anyway, just seem to recognise her there. I think I'm sure it was Wolfsburg she played for. Anyway, I don't know. Can't remember. Anyway, there you go. Greg says Kyra is better than Rice. Terry says, what a miss. It was a hell of a miss, wasn't it? She was, 5-6 yards out. No one near her. and she hasn't even got it on target. That was a terrible miss, and that should be 1-1. There's absolutely no doubt. And you have to say that the way this first half has gone, you wouldn't say that London City Lionesses don't deserve that to be level. You know, I think they've played really, really well. I have to say, I've been really impressed with them. They might run out of legs a bit in the second half, but they probably did deserve that goal. And we were a bit sloppy again defensively. Anyway, Katie Reid brings the ball forward, finds that Jenna Nice-Wonga gets the ball out wide to Mariona. She's going to go around the outside. She does inside the penalty. Can she get a cross in? She fires it near post, but it's straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Greg says we had a Swedish manager at the time. If he could, he would have had all Swedes in the team. I'm not sure about that. Obviously, that was at the end of his first season, wasn't it? And I think that when you're a new manager, you tend to buy players that you know, because that tends to be what you do, don't you? And players that you personally know. And I think that's maybe why, you know, obviously he brought in Lena, he brought in Stina, and they were players that he obviously knew from Sweden. And I do think sometimes that's what managers do. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that if they're good players. And I think they are good players. Obviously, we know Stina's good. And I think Lena Hertig's she's had injuries. It's not quite worked for her. And now maybe it is time for her to, you know, to move on and revive her career elsewhere, I think, because she isn't going to get in a much game. Even if she's fit, who would she play ahead of? You know, she's not better than Caitlin Ford. She's not better than Beth Mead. You know, she's not better than Mariona. She's not better than Leslie Russo. She's not going to really get in the team ahead of any of them, is she? So maybe it's time to move her on. Ag says, Greg, you would love that. Well, you'd love it as well, Ag, wouldn't you? Our whole team full of Swedes. We're I mean, the Swedish national team's a team full of Swedes, isn't it? Joe says, the few touches, nice one, but she's given the ball away. She looks like she needs a little more time to get up to speed. Yeah, exactly, yeah. And, you know, this is the thing, isn't it? And sometimes it does annoy me a little bit. You've got fans shouting for a player to be in the team, shouting for a player to be in the team. We don't know what's going on in training. We don't know how ready players are to play. You know, it was the same with Rosa when we signed her. Everyone was saying, oh, Rosa should be in the team. Well, no one has seen her play. And, you know, she has had some time in the team and she's not been very good. And that's the reason why she wasn't in the team. What we've got to try and do is we've got to try and trust the manager and the coaching staff that they're working with the players every day. And if they're not picking a player, no matter what we think of that player or what we might believe about a player, we've got to trust their judgment, haven't we, most of the time. Once we start seeing a player play, if they're playing really well, and then that's not getting in the team, then we can question the manager, absolutely. But until that point, if they've been left out of the team, they're left out of the team for a good reason usually. And I think we've seen the reason why Jenna hasn't been in the team, because she isn't, whether it's a fitness thing, whether it's getting used to the team. Oh, Caitlin Ford's done well here. In fact, she hasn't done well because the referee's given a free kick. Looked as though she had done well, actually. Winning the ball there from Julia Rodder, but it's going to be a free kick to London City Lionesses. We're into the last 3.5 minutes of this first half. Greg says, agreed with Joe there, surprised considering that she's a USA international. She should pick up the game quickly. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, she's done really well, hasn't she, for America? So there you go. Terry says, doesn't Lena walk win the dog when 29 can't do it? Probably, yeah. They've got to have some sort of job to do, haven't they? Anyway, Arsenal trying to come forward again. That was a good play from Kyra and finds Frida Mine. I think Frida Mine's had a good first half, actually. Today, I thought she's worked hard. She's shown some nice touches on the ball. She's, you know, always making them little runs forward. I'm just not sure if Jenna Nice-Wonga's position is in midfield. I don't know if that's the problem, or is it just the fact you know it's her first game. Let's not criticise her, but you're right, she hasn't done particularly well. In fact, she's probably been our worst player if you look at it. Anyway, Caitlin Ford's coming forward. She's had a good first half as well. That's a decent cross. I say a decent cross. It was in a decent area. No Arsenal player was coming in. We needed someone around the back post there, didn't we, to attack that? But we didn't have, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. Coming down to Wolves half time. It's not been great from Arsenal. We've had a fair bit of the ball without really doing too much in it. Emerson says, Jakobsen played, Bayern Munich. Okay, it was one of the German teams. I wasn't far wrong, was I? Real Madrid, Montpellier, and 2 Swedes. Yeah, it must have been Bayern Munich. Was it 21-22? We played them, didn't we, in a quarter-final? That must be where I remember from. Yeah, I thought it might have been Wolfsburg, but yeah, Bayern Munich. There you go. The cross comes in. Is it going to be 2-0? Oh, Caitlin Ford can't quite get on the end of that cross. and she's going to kick the ball in. She knows she's not. It's going to be a throw to London City Lionesses. Joe says Jenna will get better with training and bedding in. Oh, absolutely no, but I'm absolutely convinced that she will. Or we've made a really bad signing if she doesn't, put it that way, but I'm sure she will, yeah. Just needs time, doesn't she? Of course, every player needs time when you're at a new club, in a new country, and it's not easy, is it? So, yeah, of course, we'll give her some time. Is she playing in the right position for her? I don't know. That's the coach's job to decide. Anyway, we've got Katie Reid on this near side. She certainly is ready, and she's playing well. That's a good ball. Freedom on. I just ran away from her there. And it was a good tackle, actually, there by Megan Campbell, who had a good game as well at the back for London City Lionesses, who have played well, you have to say. El Loco says, not sure if we needed Niaswonga. She's a, what does that say there? Sorry, she's a left back, but I don't see her replacing McCabe. Well, apparently she isn't naturally left back. She started off playing in midfield. Left back's been a more recent position for her. And maybe we bought her for a different job in the team. I don't know. But anyway, we've got to give her time. London City have given the ball away. Oh, Freedom and played it into Russo, but she was on heels a little bit there, Russo, and it's run through to the goalkeeper. The thing is, right now, I don't want to turn this into a Leslie Russo against Stina kind of situation, but Leslie Russo done very little in this first half. And if Stina had done that, everyone would be saying Stina's crap, get her off. But because it's Leslie Russo, so no one mentions it at all. She's been ineffective completely in this first half. And I'm not saying that's just her fault. When you're a striker, you've got to be brought into the game. You've got to get chances created for you as well. But that's the same situation with Stina. But Stina gets a criticism for it. And yet Stina's always, when she's on the pitch, even if she's not playing particularly well, she's always getting into position. She's always getting chances. Russo hasn't had one chance she's had in this whole first half. And is that down to her movement? Is it down to good defending? Yeah, it's probably a bit of both. But ultimately, Stina would have got massive criticism playing her first half like Russo has. Anyway, she's on the ball now, Leslie Russo. So she's about to score a goal. She's come all the way around this near side. And that was good defending again. And it's a goal kick. Wow. Aggie says, I like Russo. I said, no, I do as well. And I say, I don't want to turn it into one against the other because I like them both. And they both should be playing. I just think that if Stina had a first half like Leslie's just had against a championship team, she'd be getting criticism for her performance unless he gets away with it. And she gets away with it week after week. She can have a poor game. No one says a word. Stina misses one chance and everyone's, Stina misses too many chances. I don't know. I'm just not, I don't like that difference really. At the end of the day, I don't think Leslie's been in this game because she hasn't been brought into the game, but as I said, if Stina was as ineffective as what Leslie's been, she'd be getting criticised, absolutely. Greg says she's been holding the ball up where Stina can't. Yeah, but then she's not been running in behind, as she like Stina does. They're both very different players and offer different things. Anyway, Jenna Niaswonga's just lost the ball again, but Leia Cadena gets her out of trouble, the goal scorer. Now it's played back to Kyra. Cooney cross, threads the ball forward to Frida Minor. Frida's had a good first half. She's picking up some really nice little pockets of space just outside the penalty area, linking the play quite well. Anyway, Kyra Cooney crosses, not going to get that ball there. And now London City Lionesses are coming forward again. And again, it's Isabel Goodwin, who may not be the big name out of the front three for London City Lionesses, but she's actually played really, really well. I have to say, I've been impressed with her. She's tall, she's quite quick, she's got good feet, she's caused us a lot of problems. Anyway, Jakobsen, who missed out a big chance for London City Lionesses, does well there, but Arsenal can bring the ball clear. And I'll tell you what, another good player for them is Imiran's done really, really well, actually playing left back for London City Lionesses. And as Lionel actually loses the ball, the experienced player, Swede. I think we were all a little bit surprised, wasn't she? Weren't we, when she went to London City Lionesses? But it's good to see her playing in England, isn't it? Because she's a great player. Anyway, Arsenal just give the ball away again. That was actually Lotta Wubenmoy that time. We've got 3 minutes of stoppage time, of which we've played 2 already. Anyway, London City Lionesses is coming forward again, and that's a foul by Lotta Wubenmoy. Probably deserves a yellow card, actually. I don't know if she's got one. She did get a yellow card, did she? No, I don't think she did. It's one of them sort of fouls that stops a counter-attack that maybe deserves a yellow card. Ag says, Jakobsen played in San Diego, I think, and Rodder in Washington. Oh, okay. Well, we'll take your word for it. You're the Swedish expert. We're not going to argue with you using ABBA. I mean, we're not going to argue with an ex-member of ABBA, are we? Let's be honest. Anyway, they are coming forward again, and Jakobsen's going to get the ball on this near side. Done well, actually. Tries to get past Katie Reid, but you know what, Katie Reid ain't having none of it. But actually, Jakobsen's done well, although I think the ball did go out. Jakobsen was probably saying it didn't, but anyway, Katie Reid did well there. And good defending from the young Arsenal defender. And in fact, there goes a half-time whistle. It's not been a glittering first half, let's be totally honest. But this is the FA Cup. All that matters in the FA Cup is getting through to the next round. And in that kind of regard, we're halfway there. It is Arsenal 1, London City Lionesses 0. But I think London City Lionesses have probably come out of that first half with more credit than what we have, if we're totally honest. We haven't played particularly well. London City Lionesses have played well, and Arsenal are maybe a little bit fortunate to be ahead. We've only really had a couple of chances, some good defending in there from London City Lionesses, and they had a big chance, of course, from Jakobsen to equalise. So I do think we're slightly fortunate to be in front. We haven't really played that well, and let's be honest, we just want to get through the game. But get through and get into the next round. We're going to have to play better in the second half, I think. Anyway, we're just seeing the goal. Actually, no, I think she did mean that, the header at the far post. I think she was heading it back into that far corner. So, yeah, maybe I was a bit harsh on her initially. I think she did mean that. And it doesn't matter anyway, because it drifted into the far post. And they're just showing Jakobsen's miss there. Wow, why didn't she head it? Anyway. Matthew says I could see them scoring if we don't get together for sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think they've played well. They've looked really good, actually. There you go. Terry says, Richard, you're going to have a Yorkie at half. I'm not. I had a Yorkie before the game. I had my lunch before the game, so I had a Yorkie then. So I don't need another Yorkie, do I? Because that's just too much. So no, there'll be no Yorkie at half time today. But that wasn't great. Let's be honest. That wasn't great, was it, at all? Anyway, let's check out the other scores, shall we? Because it's very exciting, isn't it? The FA Cup. We love the FA Cup. So Liverpool won 2-0. Crystal Palace have scored a late goal against Newcastle. They're still playing. It's Crystal Palace 1, Newcastle 0. Man City are 2-0 up at half time against Leicester. And Sunderland are 2-0 up as well away at Portsmouth. So there might be one North East team in the quarterfinals. It may well be Sunderland. It looks as though Newcastle are going out unless they can score a dramatic late goal against Crystal Palace in that one. But they've done well, obviously, against the WSL team, taking them all the way down to the wire there, haven't they? Greg says there, Stina can run onto the ball, but that's about all, whereas Russo's more versatile. No, I'm not saying that Russo's not a better player. What I'm saying is if Stina had a first half like Leslie Russo's just had, when she's done basically nothing, she'd be getting criticised, unfairly criticised. But Leslie Russo gets away with not playing very well a lot more often. Well, not so much not playing well, but just being ineffective. I think ineffective is the right word, because I think that's basically what Leslie Russo was in that first half. Ineffective. Ag says, what's a Yorkie? It's a chocolate bar. It's a chocolate bar. They do them in Sweden. I don't want to go to Sweden if they don't do Yorkie. I'm sorry. You're going to have to sort it out. Terry says, lorry driver's chocolate. Well, yeah, it used to be a lorry driver's chocolate bar, didn't it? When you was allowed to categorise things by gender. Now, of course, it's a gender-neutral chocolate bar, because anybody can eat it. Anybody could always eat it anyway. They just made it as an advert for a bit of fun. But you couldn't obviously do that now, could you? Anyway, there's a lot of injury time at the Portsmouth Sunderland FA Cup game, actually, for some reason. Not quite sure why, but there you go. The BBC website, I don't know if you use the BBC app and stuff like that. And the BBC pretend to care, don't they, about women's football. Their app coverage on women's football is absolutely terrible. And you look at the Portsmouth Sunderland game, right? We're at half time there enough there. It's got Sunderland about 100% possession. So there you go. 100% possession Sunderland had it in the whole half of football. and they've had 2 shots, 2 on target and 2 goals. I'm pretty sure that's not true. No corners for either team. Obviously, they've got no one at the game, have they? Because they don't care. They don't care enough about it to send someone there. Have they got anyone at the Crystal Palace Newcastle game, do we think? What's the match stats there? No, so they've got someone there. They've got the number of shots. They've got the possession, all that kind of stuff. So they've got someone at Crystal Palace Newcastle game. Did they have someone at Rugby Borough Liverpool? I'm sure they would have done. Yeah, they had someone there. Obviously, they'll have someone at our game. Yep, 60-40 the possession, by the way, in our favour. Man City, Leicester, they've got somebody there. Man City are 2-0 up. But they don't have anybody at the Portsmouth Sunderland game. No one at all. There you go. But so they don't really care, do they? Greg says women have Cadbury's flakes. No, that's true actually. Yeah, women do have Cadbury's flakes. That is true. They still make Cadbury's. Yeah, I'm sure they do make Cadbury's flakes. They must do, mustn't they? I'm sure they do. Terry says Yorkie do a Yorkie for women now. They've added nuts to it to make them feel at home. Is that because they are nuts? Is that what you mean? Anyway, yes. I think they make a big deal, don't they, of saying football's for everyone. Well, chocolate's for everyone as well, and you can eat whatever chocolate bar you like. But I just happen to like Yorkies, so I'm going to eat them because I like them. So there you go. Which is good fun, isn't it? But everyone can have whichever chocolate they want, really. It's up to you, isn't it? What chocolate you like. Whatever chocolate you like, just eat it. There you go. But yeah, Yorkies were made for... The advert used to be made for men, didn't it? Because it was chunky. Anyway, all good stuff. So it is half-time. It is Arsenal 1, London City Lionesses 0. And obviously what that means is Arsenal are 45 minutes away from going through to the quarter-final, which we're going to enjoy, aren't we? But we need to play better in the second half, I think, don't we? Because that wasn't great, that first half, was it? We didn't look great. We've been a bit sloppy. We haven't created too many chances. We've not got in behind them once. And they have defended well. I say they're a good side, but we should be doing better. We're at home. We're the WSL team. There you go. Jerry says, why is Chloe Kelly not in the squad? She's cup tied. What that means is she played for Manchester City in this competition in the last round. So what that means is that when you play for one team in one competition, you can't play for another team in that same cup. So unfortunately, she can't play in the FA Cup at all in any of the games. So if we get all the way through to the final, she won't be able to play in the final because she's already played for Man City. But anyway, she can play in the WSL, and I believe she can play in the Champions League as well. So she will get plenty of opportunities to play, just not in this cup. She couldn't have played in the Subway Cup either. We're out of that now anyway. Matthew says, I've switched to only eating dark chocolate. It's good for you. Is it good for you? I would say it'd be less good for you because there's already milk in it. And milk's good for you, isn't it? Apparently. I don't know. I'm not a fan of dark chocolate anyway, actually. I'm not really a big fan of it. But I'm not sure. Herman says, I was watching Hayley Ostrom a while ago. She's an American golfer. It was on a golf course in Arizona, temperature 102. Wow. Well, there you go. 102 is quite warm, isn't it? Greg said, Lionesses are a good side. I think they'd hold their own in WSL. So, I think they would as well. And that's now. Bearing in mind, if they got promoted, they're going to spend some money. They're going to invest in a few more players, aren't they? Of course they are. So, yeah, I can see them holding their own, absolutely. They look a better side than, say, West Ham, for example, Everton, teams like that. You'd imagine they could probably beat them or hold their own against them over the 22 games. So, yeah. And I say it's good for football, isn't it? I want to see teams coming up from the Championship that can hold their own and not just get relegated straight away or struggle. It'd be nice, wouldn't it, to see teams coming up and doing well. That's what we all want to see, don't we? So, yeah, I'd be quite happy if they did do that. Terry says, for some reason I stopped drinking beer and only drink apple juice now. Keeps the doctor away. Well, there's nothing wrong with apple juice at all. So, yeah. Is this Chelsea Man United game they're showing here? Is this from last season? It must be, wasn't it? It was the FA Cup game that they knocked them out, didn't they? And Man United knocked Chelsea out. Man United, of course, won it, didn't they, last year? They won the FA Cup. And this is the final, isn't it, against Tottenham from last season. Look at this at Wembley in May. It's where we want to be. Ella Toon's goal, that was good, wasn't it? She likes scoring at Wembley, didn't she, Ella Toon, in cup finals? Matthew says, well, taste-wise, it's not as good, but the lack of extra stuff makes it better. I don't know, really. I sometimes think that a lot of stuff is a bit like anything in moderation is okay, probably. The problem is most people can't do moderation, and that's the problem, isn't it? So I don't think white chocolate or dark chocolate or milk chocolate is bad for you. It's only bad for you if you eat loads of it. It's like anything, isn't it? It's like alcohol. I mean, alcohol's not good for you. But if you only have the odd glass of wine every so often or a pint of lager every so often, it's not going to do you any harm, is it? But most people can't do that. That's the problem. Most of these things are quite addictive, whether it's the sugar in chocolate and sweet stuff, or whether it's the additives in processed food and stuff like that. It becomes addictive, doesn't it? And I think that's the problem, is people can't do it in moderation, and that's the biggest problem, isn't it? I don't think there's any nothing on its own is necessarily going to be bad for you, is it? It's just if you do too much of anything, it's no good. Even the healthy things, if you do too much healthy things, it's probably no good for you either. So, you know, or what's considered to be healthy. But anyway, I think a little bit of what you like is okay. And, you know, as long as you're exercising and keeping active, I think you'll be okay, won't you? And don't really worry too much about anything else. Herman says, is Cole on the bench? Who's Cole? Cole who? I don't know. But no would be the answer. Greg says, I don't see why Russo is playing today. She's played every game this season out of position. Last couple of games, she should be given. But no, I agree. I was surprised to see her in the team, actually. I've got to be honest. Matthew says it must be above 75%. Though you see that, I don't know. Just eat one little bar of chocolate every so often, and you'll be all right, whatever it is. You know, milk chocolate's not going to harm you, is it? If you just have one every so often. If you're going to eat 500 bars of it, whatever you eat, it's not going to be good for you, is it? But anyway, Ag says all chocolate. Well, all chocolate is good in moderation. Of course it is, yeah. Matthew says, I agree with the moderation way to do it. It is, but it's difficult for a lot of people to do, because it's difficult because a lot of those products are meant to be addictive, aren't they? They've got addictive ingredients in, and they do it like that on purpose because they want people to keep buying them. That's the problem, isn't it? And don't worry about the consequences. Jimmy says most people don't drink for the taste; they drink for the blood. No, exactly. No, you're right. But most people don't always necessarily eat horrible food for the taste, do they? There's lots of different reasons, but no, you're right. People don't necessarily drink for the taste. No, they don't. They drink for the feeling it gets. But even so, doing that in moderation is fine. It's just when people do it too much, that's the problem, isn't it? Anyway, I've always said this, that if alcohol had been discovered in the last 40 years, it would have been a Class A drug and it would be illegal. But anyway, Arsenal are getting someone on at half time because there's a player. I can't see who it is actually warming up quite vigorously. Doesn't look like Steiner, does it? Is that Leah Volti? I think Leah Volti's coming on. Maybe Jenna Knight's one has had enough and she's gone back to America after that first half. It looks like Leah Volti is going to be coming on. Raymer says Russo should be subbed and 62 very slow. No, 62 is not. It's Katie Reid. I mean, she's a centre back playing right back. I actually think she went well. Raymer says, I think Chloe. Oh, Chloe Kelly. No, Chloe Kelly's not on the bench. No, she's cup tied. Terry says my apple juice must be above 7.5% alcohol volume to bring out fruity taste. That's just called wine, isn't it? Brilliant. El Loco says, happy birthday to Leslie Russo. She turned 26 today. She should have had a day off. And exactly, yeah, she should have had a day off with cake and wine. And that would have been a good day, wouldn't it? Greg says there's a Swedish chocolate shop down the road to me. They make it there, the best chocolate I've had. Is it what common chocolate is a Swedish chocolate? And is that what's it called? What's it called? Is that Swedish? I can't remember. I'll think of it in a minute. El Loco says Renee keeps playing Russo in all games because she doesn't trust Dina and Kafaji. Well, I don't know if that's the reason, but yeah, she does. Ag says Terry, Finland makes good chocolate. Does it? Okay. It looks like Sweden makes good chocolate as well. And Charlie makes good chocolate, doesn't he? Charlie's Chocolate Factory. What's that Swedish? Oh, Lint. That's it. Lint chocolate. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, that's the one. That is Swedish, isn't it? Anyway, Leah Volti has come on. And I'm assuming Jenna has gone off, and she has. And I have to say, for a debut, that was one of the worst debuts I think I've ever seen in my entire life. You know, I'm not necessarily saying that's totally her fault, but that was an awful first half. She's now gone off. Leah Volti's come on. I'm not necessarily sure she was playing in the right position. And if she wasn't, I feel that's the manager stitched her up a little bit there, because you're making your first appearance. You need to be playing in a position that you're mostly comfortable in. Anyway, London City Lionesses have made a substitution as well. They've brought on Charlotte Boer-Horlock, of course, who's a great player. We've seen her a few times in the WSL, haven't we? Didn't she play for Brighton or someone before? So I'm not sure who's gone off. It's not as likely because she's still on. It's not Jakobsen because she's still on. It's not Goodwin, is it? Because Goodwin had a great game, I thought. It looks like Goodwin's gone off. Anyway, we're back off and underway here in the second half. Arsenal are attacking the goal to our left, which is the north stand in this second half. Arsenal 1, London City Lionesses nil. A place in the FA Cup quarter-final is for grabs here. And Arsenal looking dangerous straight away. Freedom Islands, is it going to be 2-0 at the start of the second half? Oh, that's a good save by the goalkeeper. Shut the angle down well. Maybe a little bit of conviction there. Miss Pinksock says Jenna was playing in the wrong position. She looked lost at where to be. She's a good player, excellent when playing with Gotham. Yeah, but playing with Gotham isn't the same, is it, as playing in England? But I'm prepared to give her time, but it was a terrible, terrible first half from her, wasn't it? Actually awful. Anyway, Kyra Cooney cross with a cross, and it's near side. It's bobbling around the 6-yard box, and it's hooked away by London City Lionesses. Arsenal started the second half on the front foot. Kyra's battling away there, but she just lost out, and as Lani was fouled, was she? No, she wasn't. She's gone down the Swede. It was Leia Cadena with a tackle on her. Matthew says, Lint is having a lawsuit for having too much lead in their chocolate. Lead in their chocolate, really? Wow. That can't be good for you, can it? I don't drink Lint chocolate anyway. I only have Yorkie. So I'm sure Yorkie's all right. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe that's what my problem is. Maybe I have too many Yorkies. Anyway, as Lani's back on her feet again, following that tackle on her, which wasn't given as a free kick. It is going to be a drop ball now, you feel, to Arsenal. So let's see. El Loco says, clearly the Night Swanger experiment did not work. She looked lost. I still don't see why we bought her, because she's a left back. Well, she's been playing as a left back. Yeah, maybe that's where she needs to be. Miss Pinksock says, yes, heavy metals in Lint. Is it really? Well, that's a bit shocking, isn't it? Anyway, maybe Jenny Nice One has been eating too much Lindell chocolate. That's why she didn't play very well. Anyway, Mariona Caldente is coming forward, plays the ball up this near side to Katie McCabe. It's Weetabix that she eats, obviously. Katie McCabe, anyway, plays the ball to the edge of the penalty area to Kyra Cooney Cross. Turns away from a couple of challenges, lays the ball off. It's now with the goal scorer, Leia Cadena. Finds Mariona on this near side, gives it back to Leia Cadena again. And then that wasn't a great ball forward, actually, was it? And London City Lionesses should be able to scrabble this ball away. They do, only as far as Mariona. Now it's with Leia Cadena. And she plays it back to Mariona Caldente. Now it's with Kyra Cooney Cross. And Kyra Cooney Cross plays it back to Lotta Wooben. My Arsenal started the second half on the front foot. Can we get the second goal, which I do feel will kill this off? Mariona now on this near side. Can she get the cross in? She can't because it was blocked by Taya Goldie. Comes back to her though. Been impressed with Taya Goldie today. And London City Lionesses do get that ball clear. We played 3 minutes of the second half. It's been all Arsenal pressure. But it remains at 1-0. Arsenal looking to get that second goal. So since I missed the first half, who scored the goal? It was Leia Cadena scored the goal. And it was a very good header as well from Kyra Cooney-Cross's cross. Anyway, Russo now on the edge of the box. Loses out there to Taya Goldie, who's certainly playing with a determination that you only tend to get when you're playing against a team with a point to prove. And fair play to her. She's won the goal kick as well. She had a very, very good game, Taya Goldie. Of course, that's good for us because she's our player. Let's not forget. Greg says they bought Jenna to give Fox a friend. Well, isn't Win the Dog everybody's friend? So why do you need to buy a player to give a friend? We've got Win the Dog's friend to everyone. Ag says heavy metal only good in music. Exactly, yeah. Absolutely. I don't know where the phrase heavy metal came from to describe music, actually. I don't know where they use that, where that phrase come from. Anyway, Volti's done well over on that far side now. Caitlin Ford going to have a run into the penalty. Plays the ball towards Leslie Russo. Goes just behind her. And London City Lionesses should clear this away with Grace Neville. Played quite well as well, hasn't she? In fact, all the London City Lionesses have played well today. You have to say Arsenal have been a little bit below par as we were the other night. And it was mentioned on the show, wasn't it, on Friday? I can't remember whose comment it was now. Said as the bubble burst a little bit with Renee. It seems to have done. The new manager bounce or whatever, as it was called, seems to have gone. And you have to say the last few performances have been more like the Jonas Arsenal before, which is not a surprise, is it? Because, Renee worked under Jonas, they worked together. So, of course, that was always likely to be the case. Anyway, it's still early days in her managerial role. And let's hope that, she can get it right when it matters in the big games. So far, she hasn't managed to do that, losing to Chelsea, losing the Cup semi-final to Man City. But we've got the Champions League to come, and that is going to be massive, isn't it? Anyway, Katie McCabe now on this near side, threads the ball through to Leslie Russo, who's done well, finds Mariona, touches it into Katie McCabe, but still Arsenal can't get in behind this London City Lionesses defence. Have worked so hard. Kyra Cooney-Cross is going to line up a shot from distance. Oh, that's another good save. And then they managed to scramble the ball away as well. It's going to be a corner though to Arsenal. That was another good save by the goalkeeper, Orman, who's done well, actually. She's made a couple of saves. That was a good effort there from Kyra Cooney-Cross. It was just a little bit too close to the goalkeeper, actually, but she made a good save away to her left-hand side. And it is going to be a corner to Arsenal. And we've played 51 minutes. And it's going to be over on that far side. Katie McCabe's come across to take it with her left foot. We haven't been too effective from corners, really. Anyway, Kyra Cooney-Cross gets it short. Katie McCabe puts a cross in this time, headed away by Taya Goldie. And now London City Lionesses can get the ball clear, but not very long. Comes back out to Russo on this near side. That's a decent cross. Headed away again by Taya Goldie. And then Caitlin Ford tries to get it back across the goal. It's deflected away. It is going to be a corner again to Arsenal over on that far side. I mean, London City Lionesses haven't got out of their half yet since the start of the second half, but there you go. Greg says, I think Renee underestimated and not put out a strong side. Well, maybe a little bit, I'm not sure. Because you've got to love Kyra. She's a proper midfielder. She shoots. Well, yeah, no, she does. She's great. She's got the ball to get over on that far side. Tries to go around a long way around, but the ball goes out of play. And it is going to be a goal kick. Again, we didn't make the most of that corner either, did we? That set pieces have been really poor today, you have to say. Although the goal kind of came from one, didn't it? Well, a half cleared away corner that came back out and a cross back in and we scored. But our actual set piece deliveries today just haven't worked at all, have they? They've been really poor. Anyway, London City Lionesses now looking to come forward, but Kyra's in again. She's had a good game. Finds Leslie Russo and into the box. Threads it through to Mariano inside the box. Will this be 2-0? Pulls it back to Frida Marnham. Shots deflected again. Again, good defending. That was Georgia Browham there. And it's gone behind for a corner. Terry says, you can see now why Arsenal didn't really want to give the job to Renee. Well, I'm starting to maybe think you might be right. Anyway, it might just be one of them. Every team has a bad spell in a season, don't they, where you just can't, your form drops off. And maybe that's where Arsenal are at the minute. Is it anything to worry about? I don't know. We still may well be in the FA Cup quarter-final, but the performances recently haven't given us too much hope. Oh, the goalkeeper nearly drops the ball. Almost gifted it to Leia Cadena for what would have been her second goal of the game. But anyway, she got away with it, the goalkeeper, who's done pretty well, actually, for the Lionesses today. Anyway, they're coming forward now for the first time in this second half. And that's a good ball out to that far side to Jakobsson, but she's offside. And it must be a Swedish thing, mustn't it? Being offside. I don't think they obviously don't play offsides in Sweden, do they? Because all the Swedish players are offside. Anyway, London City Lionesses are making another change now. It's going to be Maddie Wild who's going to be coming on for them. And it is going to be Grace Neville going off. She had a good game, Grace Neville. I thought well played to her. But it's going to be Maddie Wild who's coming on. And I think she is a left back as well, a right back, sorry, as well. She's going over to that side of the pitch. El Loco says, yeah, Goldie is playing blinders to prove a point that she's good enough for us. That's what I think. Yeah, that does happen, doesn't it? When you've got a point to prove, you're fired up, and she's definitely fired up. She's had a great game, Taya Goldie today. Brilliant performance from her. Still only a teenager, of course. And she's probably a little bit gutted that maybe Katie Reid has got opportunities that she never got. I know she had injuries at Arsenal. I'm sure she had an ACL, didn't she? And she was out for ages. But anyway, she's definitely proved a point today, and I won't be surprised if she's back with us next season and in our squad, because she certainly proved herself. Anyway, Leslie Russo plays the ball up this near side. So now it's with Mariona. Can she open the door for this second goal? Leslie Russo now plays it out to that far side. Katie Reid. Another steady game for her. Considering she's playing in an unnatural position, she's not really a right back, is she? She's more of a centre back. But there you go. Anyway, Kyra now coming forward, threads the ball through to the edge of the box. It's going to fall here to Mariona on this near side. Can she get the cross in? She's faced by the defender. She can't go past her either. Wow. Arsenal struggling in this game, aren't we, really, to really create much? Has to be said. Anyway, Leah Volti now. I mean, it's all Arsenal possession, but not much at the end of it. Matthew says the players are on the field. They have to want it and show initiative. If not, Renee, she can only talk. Well, no, but I mean, you're right, and I agree. But the manager's responsible for the tactics. The manager's responsible for the team selection. The manager's responsible for the results ultimately. And yeah, the players on the pitch have got to do the job they're told to do. But the manager should know how to bring the best out of them, play them in the right positions for a start off. Play the team formation that's going to get the best out of the players you've got, and that's the manager's job to do, isn't it? Anyway, that cross comes in from Mariona. It's very deep, headed out again by the Lionesses. Katie Reid's going to pick this ball up. But yeah, I mean, the players have got to go and do it, obviously. But everything comes down to the manager. What's the manager responsible for? They get paid more money than, they get paid big money for that reason, because they're the manager, and everything comes to them. Kate in forward on a great run here. The ball's going to fall to the edge of the box. Is it to Leslie Russo? It does. She gets the shot in, but it's straight at the goalkeeper. And we've played 57 minutes. Greg says London City are better than the team we play next week. Well, yeah, they probably are, actually. We're going to find out, aren't we? Because we're playing Tottenham next week, of course, as we know. And that may well be an easier game than this has been. Of course, it's at the Emirates with the crowd and all that kind of stuff. It's a big crowd, 50,000 tickets already been sold for that one. That is going to be a hell of a game. Looking forward to that, of course. And it's an important game as well, as we look to try and seal that place in the top three, which we've still got work to do in the WSL. We've got work to do in the FA Cup. We've got work to do today if we're going to get through this game, because it is only 1-0. And although they haven't come forward at all yet in the second half, London City Lionesses, they did pose one or two problems in that first half, didn't they? They had one or two moments where they could have scored. In fact, they had a big chance for Jakobsson where she should have scored. And it only takes one of those moments, doesn't it? And then suddenly, it's 1-1 and anything can happen. Anyway, it's going to be a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. Katie Reid's going to take it. Fires Leah Volti. Gets it back, Katie Reid. Under pressure, I've never seen her player less panic, probably other than Leah Williamson. She's got Leah Williamson vibe about her for me. She should be a centre-back, surely. Anyway, she's playing where she gets minutes to play, and that's fair enough. And she's done a good job today again. at right back. But now London City Lionesses are coming forward up this near side. This could be their moment they've been waiting for. Terry says it's a club problem. Both men and women's team ain't doing it right for me, and they employ the managers. Absolutely, yeah. Aggie says, "Come on, girls, fix this." Yeah, exactly. They need to step up, don't they? I mean, we haven't made any substitutions yet, by the way, so we've still got options on the bench. Oh, we've made that one, haven't we? Leah Volti, of course, has come at half time. Sorry, but we've still got options on the bench to maybe change this around. But I mean, I've almost lost the ball there. I mean, we look in control in the sense that we've got all of the ball, but are we doing enough with it? No. Are we creating enough chances? No. Are we causing their defence too many anxious moments? No. And now they're coming forward to try and cause us an anxious moment. And that's a good ball into Boy Hawker there, but it's good defending actually by Arsenal. It was Leah Cadena, whose goal seems a very long time ago now. Frida Marnham pings the ball forward up this near side. And Mariana Caldente is going to keep it in. We need to see a little bit more from her today as well. Another player who's been quite disappointing. Are they tired, some of these? Some of these girls have played nearly every game. Are they maybe a little bit tired as well? Some of them need a break. Why wasn't they rested today? Greg says, besides Stina, all our options are defenders. That's true, they are. Anyway, Caitlin Ford, everyone that far side. It's going to be 2-0 now. The cross is deflected. And again, London City have defended it well, but are we doing enough? But you're right, Greg. Yeah, all our options are. We've got two goalkeepers, Emily Fox, Leah Williamson, Steph Catley, and Amanda Illerstadt. We did have Leah Volta, of course, she's now on. So, yeah, and Stina, and that's it. So you're right. They are all defenders. Which seems strange in a game that you'd imagine that, was maybe going to need options from the bench in, because we knew London City Lionesses are a decent team. It was never going to be an easy game, this. I don't know whether because we beat one of the higher championship teams in the last round by 5-0. Everyone thought this game was going to be a similar game. No, London City Lionesses, you have a look at their team sheet to know they've got some very good players. Anyway, we are winning, so let's be kind of happy enough that we're on the verge of getting through, but it's been far from convincing, hasn't it? Watching this game makes you question, or more questions have been asked and answered really today. We had a few questions obviously the other night from the Man City game. Didn't really look good, did it? But I don't know. We don't seem to quite be firing at the minute, do we? And maybe that Chelsea game. I know we played well last week against Man City, but anyway, London City Lionesses were through then, and that was a good piece of defending by Lotta, but they've still got the ball. In fact, they haven't got the ball because I think there was an offside given. Arsenal have got some players warming up. Amanda Illerstadt and Stina Blackstenius, the two Swedes, are warming up. And now Leah Cadena seems to have gone down with an injury. Looks like a head injury, actually. Not too sure what that's all about, how that came about. But anyway, Leah Cadena's getting some treatment just by that far touchline. And it means the players can come over and have a drink and a bit of a tactical rethink. Matthew says, right now we can't do an accurate pass in the final third. No, we can't. You're right. I think we've been poor in the final third today all round. And I think London have defended well, the Lionesses, and you've got to give them credit, absolutely. But we should be doing better than this. Definitely, we should. Anyway, their goalkeeper, the London City Lionesses, with the kit she's got on, with the boots she's got on, she looks like a Sunday League player, don't she? Just from the way with her kit and that. But she's played really well, actually, to be fair. Jimmy says, Man City was always going to be a close game. Oh, of course it was. Yeah, absolutely it was. And it was a close game. Both of the games were. One went our way, one went their way. And I suppose overall that was probably fair enough. But it was more about the performance the other night. I've got no real issue with losing games because anyone can lose game of football. That's the way it is. but it's more to do with how we played. We didn't play well enough against Man City, did we? And you're right, it was an unfortunate goal at the end. Absolutely, it was. It was a fortunate goal from Man City's perspective. Absolutely was, but we didn't do enough in that game to win it, did we? Really? So yeah. I mean, she's still holding her head there, Leia Cadena, but she's going to come back on again. Terry says, hats off to the rest, they're 100% better than the last one. Well, yeah, the last couple, actually, to be fair. Herman says, the Man City play was excellent from both sides. The winning goal was at the very last minute. It was a tough loss. Yeah, it was a tough loss, yeah. I just didn't think we played particularly well. And that's that's an issue. Jimmy Rob says, Everton 1-0. Wow, is it really? Good stuff. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Ag says, to be or not to be, Arsenal Hamlet style. Yeah. Caitlin Fall just got involved over there with Aslani. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Are we going to see the second goal? We're midway through this second half. And apart from one save by the goalkeeper from Kyra Cooney Cross, we haven't really created anything in the second half, have we? Anyway, I think we're about to see Stina coming on. She's just gone out for another warm-up. So I'm assuming she's going to be coming on soon. Matthew says the winning goal was also a player choosing to show initiative. Now, no, exactly, it was, yeah. She's a good player, Mary Fowler, actually. Anyway, we know that. But yeah, you're right. Terry's trying to wake Ange up. I think Ange is having an afternoon nap. She'll be fine. She's just having her afternoon nap. Don't worry about it. Anyway, Katie McCabe now in the centre circle, crosses halfway. And now Kyra Cooney crossover on that far side. Leah Volti touches it back to Katie Reid. And Katie Reid finds Frida Minor over on that far side. Katie Reid gets it back again on the edge of the penalty area. Lovely ball in field to Frida Minor. It's going to be 2-0. Again, it's great defending, you have to say. Ball comes back out though to Katie Reid. Now it's with Leia Cadena, finds Katie McCabe. She'll have a shot, will she? Oh, not quite. Wouldn't quite fall for her there, would it? And Arsenal did pick it up though, but with Leah Volti. But Leah Volti loses the ball. And again, London City Lionesses have played well. Played that well, haven't they? Taya Goldie's ball forward. She's been very impressive at the back. Ange says he's still here. We know you're still here, Ange. Don't you worry. Anyway, Lotta Rubenmoy now plays up this near side. It's very slow, this from Arsenal. Katie McCabe. We just need a little bit of injection of urgency and pace, don't we? And then you feel that we can kill this game off. We're making it quite easy for London City. Anyway, Katie Reid's done well there. Kyra Cooney cross. That's not a great ball, though, is it? And London City Lionesses pick up possession again. And that's just a long hoofed ball forward. But Lotta Rubenmoy is there. Nice control from her. Not been overly troubled today, has she, Lotta? She's done okay. I mean, defensively, we haven't generally been under much pressure in this game. But they did have that one big chance from Jakobsen, didn't they, in the first half? Which they may well regret that miss now, even more so with the way this game's playing out. We've got 22 and a half minutes to play. Still Arsenal 1, London City Lionesses 0. And the Lionesses have got a throw on this near side inside the Arsenal half. Terry's comment there, he says, good to hear. I've never known a woman be that quiet for that amount of time. I got worried. Normally when they're sleeping, Terry, that's the only time, isn't it? Anyway, London City Lionesses are coming forward now, and there's a free kick conceded there by Leslie Russo. Herman says, in my opinion, Arsenal should never have let Miedemar go. Well, I don't know. I mean, she's not getting any younger. She was getting injuries. We could get Mariona. I don't think that was a bad issue. It's Taya Goldie that's just got injured there. And she's taken her time. It's been a big game for her today, and she stepped up to the plate. So fair play to you. Well done. Ag says, Terry, women think before open mouth. Well, I don't know. Some of them do. Some of them don't always. Anyway, London City have just given the ball straight to Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford plays it into Leslie Russo. She's going to get a shot away. Frida Martin finds Caitlin Ford over on that far side. Again, the ball wouldn't quite come down for us. And Caitlin Ford tries to do a little bit too much. And as the ball taken off her then from Megan Campbell. Greg says, are you sure? I've never noticed that. Occasionally, I would say that might be true. Anyway, it's a throw to Arsenal. And is there a substitution being made? No, there isn't. I thought there was. Oh, there is a substitution being made. Oh, Stina's coming on. Go on, Stina. Grab yourself a goal. I'm not sure who's gone off. Caitlin Ford has gone off. And Stina is on for these last 20 minutes. You watch her make a difference here. You watch her get the goal. It's going to happen. She's got the ball straight away. Gives it back to Leah Volti. Plays it in to Leslie Russo. Turns away. Can Leslie Russo get a shot away? It's going to be Katie McCabe on this near side. Can she get a shot away? She's forced wide. Forced very wide. Great defending there from Taya Goldie. She's getting stuck into Katie McCabe. I bet that's happened in training a few times. Ag says, and when we speak, it's always relevant. I would say, yeah, always relevant, yeah. Jimmy says, been married 36 years, best 3 years of my life. And we've also got a free kick now, which is almost like a corner on this near side. And it's going to be Kyra Cooney-Cross with it. Greg says, offside Stina on, we're okay now. Indeed, we are. Anyway, it's a free kick here on this near side. Kyra Cooney-Cross with it. Chips in towards the near post. It's flicked on and flicked over. It's going to be a corner. I think it was a defender, was it, that got the flick on that? In fact, it was Jakobsen for the London City Lionesses. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal, which Katie McCabe's going to take over on that far side. And Arsenal just looking to get that second goal. And it's Caitlin Ford that went off, by the way, for Stina. Yeah, Katie McCabe's going to take this corner. It's going to go long this time. Kyra moves away. In fact, there's a delay. Not quite sure why. Because the cameraman can't keep up with what's going on half the time. Not too sure what's happening, actually. Anyway, the corner comes in from Kate McCabe to the near post. Goalkeeper does well. And again, London City Lionesses have defended this really well. Wow, that was a good play actually on that far side by Imran again. And the ball forward, though, lacked quality. Funny enough, I don't think they've been quite as effective going forward in the second half since they took off Isabel Goodwin, who I thought was really impressive. Anyway, now the ball's in towards Stina. Oh, and the goalkeeper's dropped it. In fact, it's not. It's going to be a free kick. Stina was a little bit too sporty there. She should have put the ball in the net anyway. Under the challenge there from Stina, the goalkeeper did drop the ball. Stina could have tapped it in, but she chose not to. Showed good sporting. Now it was a free kick anyway. It wouldn't have counted, but you've got to stick it in the net anyway, haven't you? Surely that's what you should do. Anyway, she didn't. And now London City Lionesses are coming forward. Jakobsen over on that far side. There's an overlap. It wasn't a great ball to her. And Katie Reid stepped in. And Jakobsen could have let that go out, and she didn't. And now Arsenal can get the ball. Russo's playing out over on that far side now. She just wants a free kick. Greg said, this is what I want Stina and Russo on the pitch together. Exactly, yeah. That's what we all want to see. And we've got it now, certainly for these last 20 minutes or so here. And I'm sure it's going to lead to Arsenal scoring some more goals. As Lani's just got herself a yellow card to match her yellow Swedish top that she normally wears. And Arsenal now can play the ball around at the back here. I do think the pitch at Meadow Park hasn't been helping. I thought the other night the pitch looked really poor. It's not looked great today. The bounce of the ball's not great. And obviously these girls are now used to playing on the Emirates carpet, aren't they? So maybe that's a little bit of an issue now when we play at Meadow Park. I don't know.
Although, to be fair, we've won every game at Meadow Park until the other night that we've played. So maybe it's just me looking for an excuse. I don't know. Anyway, Leslie Russo's done well. And she's got her shirt pulled. And that might well be another yellow card. And that will be Georgia Browham with that yellow card. It's got to have too many complaints here. You can't go around pulling people's shirts like that, can you? And it is Browham with that yellow card. So that's 2 yellow cards in quick succession for London City Lionesses. And also got a free kick inside the centre circle, which Lotta Wooman-Moy is going to take. Clips it up this near side to Leia Cadena. Her goal is all that separates the teams at the moment. Kyra Cooney cross chips the ball into the box, and it's not going to go through to Stina. It's going to run into the arms of the goalkeeper. Greg says, we don't need extra time today. We've had a lot of games lately. Well, we have had a lot of games lately. We don't have a game for another week. Wouldn't necessarily be a big problem. We don't want extra time. No, absolutely not. Terry says, that's the best thing Russo's done this afternoon. Yeah, she hasn't had much impact in this game. Anyway, Katie Reid steps in. She has had a good game. But getting the ball forward is not great. And now suddenly there's an opportunity here for London City Lionesses to come forward over on that far side. Jakobsen again gets the wrong side of Katie Reid. But Katie Reid's there again. In fact, is it an offside again? And Jakobsen's been offside more in this game than Stina's been all season. Anyway, it is a free kick to Arsenal. I'm sure they don't practice offsides, do they, in Sweden? They can't do. Must just be a thing. They just don't do it. Anyway, Manu now plays the ball out to Kyra. Gets it back again. The Arsenal goalkeeper, just inside the penalty area, drills it long towards Leslie Russo. Well, she fired that into her, but Leslie Russo's done all right there and touches it off to Mariona. You know, let's be honest, with this team that we've got, with the players that we've got, as good as London City Lionesses have played, we should be able to beat them a lot more comfortably than this. We just should. There's no real excuse, is there, as far as I can see, other than it's been a really flat Arsenal performance. And too many players that just haven't been good enough, have been below par. Anyway, Arsenal now looking to try and get that second goal, Frida Mine, and plays it back into Stina. She's gone past one challenge, but that's a good tackle on her again. And guess who it is? I'll let you guess who it is. Oh, it isn't actually. Is that Taya Goldie? No, it wasn't actually. It was Georgia Browham. I thought it might have been Taya Goldie for a minute. But anyway, it was good. It was a good tackle. And London City Lionesses now growing into this second half. They'll fancy their chances here. Jakobsen over on that far side. Again, it's great defending from Katie Reid, but it is going to be a corner to the Lionesses. In fact, it isn't. It's going to be a goal kick. It looked like it should have been a corner, actually. But anyway, it is a goal kick, so we'll take that. And hopefully it will lead to an Arsenal goal at some point. Anyway, it's going to be another substitution for the Lionesses, and it is Charlene Mayong who's coming on for them. And Aslani's going off, actually. So there'll be no goal for Aslani today. But it is Mayong coming on. Herman says, I think they lost to Man City has put a dampener on the game today. I mean, it's obviously, you know, losing a cup semi-final is never a good feeling, is it? And it's obviously affected the players a little bit, but I don't know. I just think we look a little bit, not just today's game, we're looking a little bit lacking in ideas. We were the other night as well, lacking fluency. Is it the pitch? I'm beginning to sound like Mikel Arteta. Is it the ball? Is the ball too light? I don't know. But no, I don't know. It's just not really happening for us, is it, at the minute? Oh, Kyra Cooney Cross has done well in midfield. She may well get player of the match today. I think she's had a really good game. She just gives the ball away there, though. But she has been a little top terrier in midfield, isn't she? Absolutely brilliant. Leah Volti's just won the ball back again for Arsenal. Greg says, why is Stina playing wide? Surely Russo should be out there. Exactly. I've been looking at this thinking, why is Stina playing as a winger? Crazy. Does this manager know what she's doing? Anyway, we're making another sub now. I mean, as we've only got defensive players on the pitch, it's going to be interesting to see what this sub is. Katie Reid's gone off and Emily Fox has come on. I'd like to see Katie Reid get a game at centre back, if I'm honest. I thought she did all right at right back today. She played well. Obviously, she's not giving us the same attacking options going forward on as a right back as Emily Fox does, because she's more of a centre back. But I thought she played well. I thought she played well today, Katie Reid. But I'd like to see her play in a proper position for a game or two, just to see. You know, you look at Taya Goldie today at centre back. She's been quite brilliant for the Lionesses, and they're coming forward now. They do feel as though you do get the feeling that they feel they can get an equaliser here and take this game to extra time. You do feel as though they believe they can. Anyway, Jakobsen wasn't offside this time. Finds Boy Horlick, plays a cross in, but it's cleared away by Kyra Cooney cross. And Taya Goldie's got the ball. And again does well. Back pass all the way to Julia Browman. Frida Marnham's chasing the goalkeeper down, but she goes and clips it out that far side. And this is good play from London City Lionesses, you have to say. And Arsenal are struggling to finish this game off. But Mariona now, maybe she can do so. Gets the ball out wide to Frida Marnham. Wasn't a great ball, but Frida should keep this in. Touches it back to Emily Fox. Gets it back again. Now Emily Fox again. And Frida Marnham. Oh, it's a nice link-up play. Emily Fox, can she get the cross in? She drills it across the goal. Nobody there. And it's gone all the way across for a goal kick. Stina and Russo both went to the near post. One needed to drop in and go to the far post. Would have been a tap-in. They both attacked the same place. Miss Pinksot says, Foxy indeed she done well there. Matthew says, passing has been our weak point today. It's been one of our biggest weak points, yeah. Herman says, today is the big football game in the US. Is it? Who's playing football in the US? I don't really follow it, really, if I'm honest. Anyway, London City Lionesses coming forward. Terry says, good cross, no one in the box. Exactly, it was a good cross, yeah. It was a very good cross. And I say Leslie and Stina both attacked the near post, and the ball went to the far post. One of them's got to go near, one of them's got to go far. That's what you do, work as a partnership. But because they don't play together up front very much, they haven't had a chance to work on that, have they? But anyway, there you go. The London Lionesses are coming forward again into the last 10 minutes. They're still very much in this game. Very much in this game. But are they able to come back and get a goal? They've just given the ball away now. There's a chance here for Frida Marnham on the edge of the box. A lot of space, a lot of time. Oh, there's a weak finish. Stina's there, and Stina scores, and it is 2-0. And what a surprise that is, that Stina's come on and scored a goal. Who would have thought that possible? And was it tiredness there from the Lioness at the back? It was a poor ball across. It went straight to Frida Marnham, and it wasn't a great finish by Frida, if you're totally honest, but the goalkeeper pushed it out, and there was Stina Blackstenius on hand with a simple finish for her, just to slot it in, and it is 2-0, and Arsenal are home and hosed in the last 10 minutes, and we are through to the quarter final. There we go. Jimmy says nice. Greg says Stina. Stina. Miss Pinksot says Stina. Ange B says lovely cup queen indeed. And Ewelago says Stina scores again. Indeed she does. And I say, you know, as a goal scorer, I've said it before and I'll say it again, she is the best goal scorer that we've got in this team. There's no doubt about it. Anyway, that should be that, shouldn't it? That should be that in this game. And they've given a lot in this game, London City Lionesses, and they deserve a lot of credit. But I think in the end, we've just done enough to squeeze through. And a cross comes in. Maybe it's not all over yet, but Manu does well actually there. Greg says, glad we scored. We've started to look tired. Yeah, tired and out of ideas. Terry says, game over now. Hit the like and subscribe button. Indeed, please do both of those two things. If you like, why not? It's free, and you might as well. El Loco says that was Stina's 50th goal for us. Yeah, I think it was actually. You're right. And in just over 100 games, and a lot of them have been from the bench. And yet she still gets criticised because she's not good enough. 1 in 2. Anyway, Stina's on the ball now over on that far side. She might well get another goal here. Cuts in field. Thought about a shot. Mariona does have a shot, but it's gone over the crossbar.
And there you go. Matthew says Frida hasn't been the top player that I thought she was going to be. Still some time though. No, I mean, to be honest with you, I think with Frida now, we know what we're getting with her. You know, she makes great late runs into the box, scores a lot of goals. And I think, you know, she's quite good in and around the box. I don't think she does enough overall, but I like Frida. I think she gives us something, and she does. I say she does score a lot of goals, and you know she's got double figures again this season. You know, for a midfield player making those runs, I think that's a decent number every season. If you're getting double figures from that position every season, I think you're okay. You're doing all right, aren't you? So you know, I think as an overall footballer, is she the best? No, she's not. But she does the job she's there to do. Anyway, Leslie Russo now on this near side. We may well get some late goals here to finish this off. Russo would love one herself. She's gone the long way around. The shot's deflected again. And again, it's been good defending. Herman says Stina needs a raise. Absolutely, she does. Yeah. Ag says Frida Stina chemistry. Yeah, I mean they're good friends, them two, aren't they? And there's going to be another 2 subs for the Lionesses, probably to give a couple more players some minutes on the pitch here. It's going to be Shah Megan is coming on, and it's going to be Lucy Fitzgerald as well. And who's going off? Rodler's going off. And Rodler did okay there, didn't she? And who else is going off? Didn't see who else went off, but there's 5 minutes to play. And I think London City Lionesses are just changing their formation. El Loco says, my player of the match is Kyra by a mile. What a star. Yeah, she played well today. Jimmy says, Stina, 29 years old, has a good few years in those boots. Absolutely. Greg says, we always look better with both strikers on the pitch together. We look more balanced up front. Herman says, Stina seems to score the important goal. She does. Terry says, I think Frida's problem is she ain't a real Finnish person. I think she's Swedish. She's Norwegian. Oh, dear. Anyway, Agga's given Rodder some love, of course, another Swedish player. There's been a few today, and Arsenal got a free kick. And, of course, one Swedish player just got the latest goal for Arsenal. Our favourite Swedish player, of course. And London City Lionesses, again, it's Taya Goldie. She's probably been London City's best player, hasn't she, today? I think she's been brilliant. And well done to her. And I'm saying that's good news for Arsenal, isn't it, since she's our player. Another great player to come through Arsenal's academy system, producing a fantastic performance. Leia Cadena touches the ball into Kyra's had a good game for Arsenal, plays it across to Leslie Russo, needs a bit of support now, finds Leah Volti, and Stina Blackstenius over on that far side, tries to get in Emily Fox, but just overhit that pass slightly, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. And we are into the last 3.5 minutes of normal time. Arsenal closing in on the quarter-final. Now, the draw for that will be on Tuesday. So we'll look out for that. Liverpool are through. Crystal Palace are through. Man City look as though they're through. They're 3-1 up in a couple of minutes to play. Sunderland are 2-0 up with a few minutes to play. And it's Everton 1, Chelsea 1. Everton's Chelsea goal was a penalty there. Frida Minor, a shot from distance deflected wide. And it's going to be a corner to Arsenal. So the quarterfinals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's the other game? Anyway, Arsenal now making a substitution. Amanda Illerstadt will be coming on. And she is coming on for Kyra Cooney-Cross, who had a very, very good game. But she's now going off. And Amanda Illerstadt is coming on for the last few minutes. And there you go. Greg says, I thought Frida was from Middle Earth. She probably is. But anyway, Amanda Illerstadt is on. Kyra Cooney-Cross is off. And Arsenal got a corner. So maybe Amanda Illerstadt will get herself a goal as well. Be the second Swede to come off the bench and score in this game, maybe. Let's see what happens. Anyway, Katie McCabe is going to take this corner. And we know how dangerous Amanda Illerstadt is from these situations.
she does tend to get a few headed goals. This corner comes in. Amanda Lewis that can't get there. It's going to come all the way across to Lotta Wooben-Moy. And she's got Leia Cadena here for support. Leia Cadena puts a cross in. That's not a bad cross. It is a header comes in. It was Leslie Russo, but it's a poor header actually. It's going to go behind. In fact, it's kept in. Leia Cadena now picks the ball up for Arsenal. Finds Lotta Wooben-Moy. The two centre-backs playing on the left wing here. And now it's Emily Fox, who's a right-back playing on the left wing as well. And she just goes all the way back to Manu Zinsberger into the last 90 seconds of normal time. Arsenal are pretty much through, you feel now, to the quarter-final of the FA Cup, a competition that we've won 14 times more than anybody else, but we haven't won it since 2016. It's about time we put that to an end, isn't it? Is this going to be our year? We're going to have to play better than we have today in the latter stages of this tournament if we're going to win it for sure. But we're through, and that's the main thing. In the FA Cup, you get your game and you just win and go through. That's all it's about, really. It doesn't matter how well you play. Yes, I think we all would have liked to have seen a better performance today from Arsenal against, who are a very good championship side, but still a championship side. I would have wanted to see a little bit more of a better performance. But anyway, at the end of the day, we've got to win. We're through, and that's all that matters, really, isn't it? Let's be honest. Anyway, London City Lionesses is looking to maybe find a goal now, which would make the last few minutes slightly more nervy, wouldn't they? Anyway, Stina now, her second goal, which is her sixth or seventh goal of the season when you think of how few games she's played. It's the seventh goal of the season. And, you know, plenty of time for her to get a few more as well. She does love a good Champions League goal, Stina, as well. So I won't be surprised if she gets on the score sheet against Real Madrid. And maybe beyond that in the semi-final, should we get there? Well, there's still a lot of exciting things to come for this team this season. And we'll forget this performance if we win the cup. Anyway, Mariona now should make it 3-0. Oh, it's at the underside of the bar. It should have been 3-0. Big chance there for Mariona. And that should have been 3-0. Frida Martin with a pass. And she's maybe hit it too well. It's at the underside of the bar and come out. Wow. Incredible miss that was there from Mariona. And that should have been 3, which maybe would have been a little bit harsh on London City Lionesses, if we're totally honest, because they've certainly played well enough not to be on the end of a free goal defeat. But football sometimes doesn't always work that way. Anyway, they're coming forward now, the Lionesses. We're into stoppage time. I'm not sure how much stoppage time is going to be quite yet. I haven't seen the board, but I'd imagine 3 or 4 minutes, probably. In fact, the ball's going to go up now, is it? No, it isn't. London City Lionesses are still in possession. And Arsenal win the ball again, but can't get it forward. And London City Lionesses trying to come forward. Jakobsen up this near side. Cuts in field. It's a ball across the box. Good defending by Leia Cadena. And now Arsenal do manage to get the ball away. Well, they're not very convincing, actually, but it is going to be a throw. We've played a minute and a half of stoppage time. Greg says, what a miss Stina would have got. Absolutely, she would have just rolled it into the corner. Ag says, glad Zinsberger got to play like her from Austria. Yeah, she's from Austria, yeah. And I'm sure she'll play a few more games this season. In some of the cups, maybe this cup next time, who knows? Depends if we get drawn against, I suppose. But we'll see. Anyway, there was going to be 2 minutes of stoppage time. We've played 2 minutes of stoppage time, so we're nearly there. We've just given the ball away, actually, on the edge of the box. And we don't want to concede a goal, even though it's probably not going to matter. Oh, yeah, Amanda Willis, that does well. And now Mariona Caldente brings the ball forward, tries to thread it through to Leslie Russo. It wasn't a great ball. And the ball chipped forward. And then there's a foul there, is there? No, there's not. Referee says play on. And Leslie Russo wins the ball back for Arsenal. Very deep, touches it off to Lotta Wooben-Moy. Is there going to be time for one more Arsenal goal, one more Arsenal attack? Lotta's not too worried about going forward, just touches it back to Emily Fox. And she just pings it off to Leia Cadena and is dropped into midfield since a substitution. And Kate McCabe wanted an overlap in front of her. She didn't get one. And Leah Volti in possession. Just touches it off to Katie McCabe, chips the ball forward, headed away. We've played 3 minutes. It's supposed to have been 2 minutes of stoppage time, and there's 3 minutes on the clock. Anyway, suddenly Jakobsen was in, And that was a good tackle right there, was it, by Amanda Willis? In fact, the referee's given a free kick. And Jakobsen is not happy about that at all. And it may well be a booking for Amanda Willis as well. But there's going to be a free kick to London City Lionesses at the very end of this game. It is Arsenal 2, London City Lionesses 0. And it is a yellow card for Amanda Willis for that foul. And there you go. Greg says Amanda hasn't got any pace. Well, no, she hasn't, no. So his openers don't play too often unless we don't want to win the FA Cup. Well, yeah, that's a fair point. I think it depends if we get in the next round, let's be honest. I think if we get someone like Crystal Palace or Sunderland, she might play. But if we play Chelsea or Liverpool or Man City, then I wouldn't imagine she will. Anyway, London City Lionesses have got a chance here. We've played 4 minutes of stoppage time. There was only supposed to be 2, so I'm not sure where the rest of this time's come from. But anyway, it's a free kick to London City Lionesses. They are going to look to finish this game with a consolation goal, and surely it will only be a consolation goal if they get it. Arsenal got 4 players in the wall. The free kick comes in. It's hit well. Oh, it just scraped the top of the crossbar, actually. That was a good effort. Almost gave London City Lionesses a consolation goal at the end from Boy Horlock there, but it's gone over the top. Greg says, we only won. This is because we haven't shot as it. Well, yeah, exactly, yeah. Although there was a shot there at the goal, and not sure if Manu Zinsberger would have got there. Just clipped the top of the crossbar. It's a goal kick. We've played 5 minutes of stoppage. I'm not sure where all the stoppage times come from, but anyway, it's not going to matter too much, is it? Because we've pretty much won this game. I don't think there's much doubt about that. We are through to the quarterfinal of the FA Cup, and we will await the draw, of course, on Tuesday, which we're going to look forward to and see who we get. And in fact, there goes the full-time whistle. It has finished here at Meadow Park. Arsenal 2, London City Lionesses 0. Not the most convincing of Arsenal performances, we've got to be honest, but London City Lionesses are a decent team. They played well, and they gave a lot to this game. The 2 goals were maybe not the cleanest of goals, were they? It was Leah Cadena's header got the first one midway through the first half. It was Kyra Cooney crosses ball to the far post, and Leah Cadena headed it back into the other corner. And then the second goal was late on. It was Stina Blackstenius with it. It was Frida Marnham. Mistake at the back from London City Lionesses. Frida Marnham's shot was pushed out by the goalkeeper, and Stina was on hand to finish from close range. And that made it 2-0. We hit the bar late on with Mariona Caldente. Other than that, we didn't really create too much. 1 or 2 moments, nothing major really. We didn't play particularly well. London City Lionesses defended well, had 1 or 2 chances, particularly in the first half, where they could have got a goal or 2 themselves. Jakobsen came close on a couple of occasions. But in the end, we've got through. And that's always the only thing that matters when it comes to the FA Cup. And it was the first goal there from Leah Cadena. Yeah, and I say it wasn't the most convincing Arsenal performance, but do we care? Jerry says, is Mariona Caldente our most technically gifted player? I would say so, yeah. I think she's decent, yeah. And says, job done and a pleasure as always. Indeed, it was a pleasure as always. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, we could have scored a couple more goals in that game, let's be honest. We had enough chances. We were a better team. We definitely deserved to win the game, but it wasn't a particularly comfortable Arsenal performance, was it? If you just look at that, it was Stina that won the ball for Marnham's shot, and then Stina got her reward by scoring it as well, so well done. Herman says, another win. I have to get a shave on. Thanks, Richard. No, it's all my friend. Good to see you. And I'm glad you've enjoyed the show. I hope you've all enjoyed the show. It was a win, and that's all that matters in the FA Cup. And we march on to the quarterfinals, and we look forward to that. All to come, of course, later. Now, don't forget, on the show, we will be here on Tuesday evening for the FA Cup draw. So join us for that. That's going to be good. Friday, of course, the Arsenal Women's Show. We'll be looking back on this game, looking ahead to the big North London derby next weekend. So join us, and of course, talk about the FA Cup draw as well. So join us for that on Friday. And of course, next weekend, there are a couple of big games, and men are playing, of course, away at Leicester. That is, actually, I won't be doing a game on that one Saturday lunchtime, probably. Of course, Sunday, the North London derby for the women at the Emirates will be definitely here for that one. So it's going to be good.
So yeah, that was pretty good, wasn't it? That was pretty good. Once again says we need a winger. Yeah, we probably do. Joe says, cheers, Rich. I learnt my lesson and turned the comments off. Listen to you. There you go. You see, it's a simple thing to do, isn't it? Lucky says, when's the quarterfinal draw? It's on Tuesday. We'll bring you that. Terry says, when's the draw? Yeah, it's on Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday evening. I think it's about 7 o'clock. I'll put a stream up for that one. So join us for that. Jimmy says, have a good night on yourself, my friend. An upgrade on Marnham. I know you don't like Marnham, but she's done all right today. Ag says, bye, Rich. You are the best. No, thank you guys for watching. Greg says, we need to get another number 10. Frida needs a rest. Well, we could play Marianne there, couldn't we? I suppose. And obviously, Chloe Kelly is going to be out of play next week in the North London Derby. Matthew says, yeah, we got to win. That's all that counts. Adios all. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And yourself, my friend. We'll see you soon. Ag says Super Bowl tonight. Well, I'm not interested in that, I'm afraid. But if you are, enjoy it if you're watching it. So that's it. The FA Cup. We are through to the quarterfinal. Yeah, a little bit of huffy and puffy today, wasn't it? We didn't play particularly well. So there you go. But we got the job done. And as we said before, in the FA Cup, there's only one thing that matters, and that is winning the game and going through. Because you can play really well and lose and you're out. You're better off playing a little bit off your best, winning and going through, and then you're in the next round, and that's what matters. Terry says, not long now until Sterling can play. I mean, Kelly, no. Dean says, happy days, good win, on to the Super Bowl. Yeah, if you are watching the Super Bowl, enjoy that. I don't understand it, if I'm honest. I don't watch it, and I'm not staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning or however long it lasts. So, but enjoy if you are. But yeah, so we're through to the FA Cup quarterfinal. The draw is on Tuesday, so we will bring you that draw. It's going to be good. Look forward to that. And of course, a big North London derby to come next week, which is good as well, isn't it? So it's a bit of a quieter week this week on the channel. No midweek games. I won't be travelling to Newcastle to watch the men get knocked out of the cup again, so that's good. So, yeah, we'll bring you some good stuff. I say the draw on Tuesday, the women's show on Friday, as always. And, of course, next weekend, next Sunday, North London Derby, Arsenal women against Tottenham from the Emirates. That is going to be good. And let's get another win. And, yeah, it's going to be, a bit of a quieter week, but a good week. We look forward to it. So, Terry says, only one bowl, and that's soup. Well, I don't know. I quite like a good cereal bowl, actually. So, there's that as well, isn't there? Anyway. If you are watching the Super Bowl, do enjoy. So that's that then, guys. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure as always. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. I say I'll be back Tuesday with the FA Cup draw. It's nice to still be in it, isn't it? A quarter-final of the FA Cup. Brilliant. We've not been in a quarter-final for a couple of years, have we? So let's get this FA Cup won again, shall we? It's been a long time. We need to win something this season. Let's win the FA Cup because it's our trophy, let's be honest. Miss Pinkshot says, bye, chat. Indeed. See you later, my friend. Good to see you back again. And I'm sure we'll see you again very, very soon. Everybody else as well. Thank you for all your comments and everything else during the game. We got it. It wasn't the most thrilling of games, let's be honest. But we won, and that's what we care about. Terry says, thanks, Richard, again. Have a great rest of your weekend. Indeed, not much left of the weekend now. It is Sunday afternoon, but you enjoy what's left of your weekend. We've ended it with at least a win, and that's the main thing, isn't it? Greg says, another entertaining show. Thanks for the fun. See you all next time. Indeed, my friend. Thank you very much, of course, as always, for joining us. And it's always a nice end to the weekend when it finishes with a Stina goal. So there you go. We can enjoy the rest of the week, can't we? Thanks for that, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Arsenal are through to the quarterfinals FA Cup. We've beaten London City Lionesses today by 2-0. A goal in each half from Leia Cadena and substitute Stina Blackstenius sent us through. And we'll find out on Tuesday who are we going to get. Is the Chelsea game still going on? It will be, won't it? Let's just give you a quick check of the other scores before we leave you. So it is Liverpool won 2-0. Crystal Palace beat Newcastle 2-0. Arsenal have won 2-0. Man City have won 3-1. Sunderland are winning 2-0 at Portsmouth. And Chelsea are now 2-1 up at half-time against Everton. So they'll probably be through as well. Of course, Man United are through. They won last night.
and Aston Villa through as well. So that's your quarterfinals there. Wow, we're going to get one of those teams in the next round. I hope we get Sunderland away. That'd be nice. But anyway, let's wait for the draw on Tuesday, shall we? And see how we get on. El Loco says this should seriously be Amanda's final season with us. Her legs are gone. Time for Alina to move on. Yeah, I'm sure they will. So that will be good. Greg says, Night Ag Terrier, all in the chat. Let's not get Chelsea at home. No, let's maybe wait till later. I want Sunderland away. I do want Sunderland away because it's been a nice little trip for me. But anyway, let's see. Tuesday night is a draw. We will enjoy that one, won't we? So join us for that. Thank you very much for joining me today. Arsenal got through 2-0. That'll do. Quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We're on the road to Wembley. We are going to Wembley and it's going to be good. What a way to end the season, at Wembley and in Lisbon. Wow. What a summer it's going to be, eh? What a summer it is going to be. The Arsenal women doing the double. Brilliant stuff. So join us on Tuesday for the FA Cup draw. We'll see you on Friday as well for the women's show. Take it easy, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your week as well. We'll see you soon. We are through. Come on, you Gunners. Let's get it won. See you soon, guys.